courtroom. Franziska and Eddie. Oh, this is weird. Okay.
Is the defense ready to proceed?
You bet. Bring it on, Big G.
The prosecution has been ready for some time.
The original attorney in this case, Rosie Ringer, was murdered, while the original prosecutor, Eustace Wiener, has disappeared? No! Oh no! He disappeared! Where did he go? So Fender and Franziska have taken over in their places.
Very well, let me begin by apologizing for the delayed start to these proceedings. The crime we are here to adjudicate took place in the prison, an institution of the judiciary. What's more, the fact that the defendant was the warden of said prison carries some grave implications. These two factors combined caused pre-trial preparations to take more than usual. And then, more time, yeah. The unfortunate passing of the attorney in charge, Miss Rosie Ringer, delayed the trial yet further. But now we are ready to begin at last. Mr. Fender, Miss Von Karma, the court thanks you both for stepping in at such short notice.
Hey, no sweat. Rosie was your pal, right? And this was her last case. Couldn't exactly say no, could I? You'll have to bear with me, though, gang. Didn't exactly get a ton of time to read the paperwork. Oh, God. We're underprepared. How about you, Fran? Everything cool over on your side?
It's hardly ideal for the prosecutor in charge of the case to have run off and abandoned it. But justice can't sit around waiting for him to grow a spine. The evidence has just been handed to me, so yes, I'm ready.
I mean, didn't Eustace Wiener do the same thing that Miles Edgeworth did? Miles' famous suicide note, runs away for a whole year, doesn't say anything. Ha. Very well. Bring the accused, Miss Fi-Fi Lagarde, to the stand. Okay.
I invite the prosecution to make its opening statement. All right, the accused...
Let me stop you right there, darling.
What is it, Miss Lagarde?
Oh, I was just wondering if you could tell me something.
That something being why on earth I'm here. Perhaps the opening statements will clarify that for you.
But will they, dear? Really? Fine. Carry on if you must.
I fully intend to, if you can stay quiet for one moment.
The murder in question happened in the prison where Miss Lagarde worked as warden. The victim, one Bronco Knight, was being held in the detention center, but the prosecution's case will show that Miss Lagarde took him from the holding cells and murdered him. And she did so with this knife. That's gone.
Is something the matter, Miss Von Karma?
How can... The evidence! What gives, Fran? Everything okay?
The murder weapon, it's not here!
And neither is Body Harmacanis' chisel. Say it ain't so! Silence!
Miss Von Karma, explain yourself.
I wish I could, Your Honor.
No murder weapon, Then what exactly are we all doing here?
Really, darling? You shouldn't volunteer to prosecute a case if you can't even keep the evidence safe.
I can only work with what the previous prosecutor gave me.
Little boy Wiener strikes again. Oh, boy. Hey, G.
What is it, Mr. Fender?
Guess we know where this is going, huh? Let's kick this one down the road a little further, shall we?
The court hereby denies the defense's request.
Don't be like that. What's the dealio?
She's absolutely right, of course. We simply can't have any more delays. Let's get on and show everybody how wonderfully innocent I am, shall we?
Innocent? I'll thank you to take this seriously.
Oh, but I am, darling. And you don't have any evidence. You just said so yourself.
In the courtroom, evidence is everything. Haven't I heard that somewhere before? And without any, you can't charge me with anything. Isn't that right, Verity, darling?
That's a lot of dots.
It is.
What?
Without the items in question, the prosecution's case against the defendant cannot proceed. As such, this court hereby declares the accused, Phi Lagarde,
Objection!
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold the phone there, Hasty Pants. You can't go dropping a verdict just like that.
Why is the defense objecting to its client being acquitted?
Don't be cute, kiddo. You know as well as I do that little Miss Warden over there is guilty as heck. And as for the murder weapon, you were right there when we found it.
Mr. Thunder, it is incumbent upon this court to see that fair judgment is afforded to all. And as the instrument of the court, I cannot allow my experiences or opinions to interfere with my work. You must think of the Judge Gavel who was present when the murder weapon was found. And the Judge Gavel that you see before you in the courtroom today is two entirely different people.
She has a twin. She has a twin. So one of them is good, and one of them is Queen Bitch. That is the whole mastermind behind this entire game. Gee, you're killing me here. Truthfully, I think the last case was just trying to throw you off on how much of a bitch Judge Gavel is. The last case, you know, you're like, oh, wow, she was on her side. That's so cool. Wow, hot whammon. Please hit me with your gavel. No, 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 no. It was all a play. She got what she wanted. She got Mr. Wiener, Chairman Wiener, out of the way. And then she killed the president. She got everything she wanted. She's baddie. She's a baddie. You cannot convince me otherwise. She is the mastermind behind this entire game.
You have no choice but to pass judgment based on the evidence.
Objection! And we have that evidence, just not here. Give me some time, just a little, and I'll find it, I swear to you. The prosecution hereby requests a recess. Denied. Yeah, the defense does that too. Come on, Your Honor, don't do us like this. Denied. Oh, dang, okay. She felt like she had to, maybe?
Very well, the court accepts the request.
Really, Verity? You won't help anybody bowing to pressure like that, you know.
There will be a 15-minute recess. I suggest that both the prosecution and the defense use the time well.
Understood. Saved by the bell, huh?
We will reconvene in 15 minutes.
Yikes. We did totally find that knife, didn't we, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, of course we did.
This was a long time ago, man. Where's Mr. Wiener? Did he say Eustace Wiener chooses death? Did he leave behind a note? Oh! Miss Berry, Mr. Saint, are you here to watch a trial?
Yeah, we heard it was going to be a real fun show. Do you know where we need to go?
It's the trial for the case I was nearly convicted for. Should be starting any minute now. We were late because of practice, but it's somewhere around here, right? Simon, there's kind of a problem. They lost some evidence, the knife and the chisel. So they called a recess and kicked us all out of the courtroom.
What? No, they can't. They're not going to arrest you again, are they? Don't say that. No, 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 no. Gee, I forgot how easy it was to upset you. Huh? How dare he embarrass me like that? Franziska's mad, I think. Speaking of easy to upset, she's pissed. Francina, Frandarella! Chill, okay, just chill! Come on, put the whip away. That's it, that's it. That idiot of a so-called prosecutor! I'll find him and I'll make him eat whip for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Eddie is fucking out of here. Monster! You gotta calm her down. Kid's gone cuckoo. I guess I'd better at least try. How about we just, talk to these people? Courtroom trials sure are fun. There's even an animal tamer performing here today. An animal tamer. She's a little too grumpy. Might want to think about appealing to the audience a little bit more. She is so good with that whip. If you're talking about who I think you are, the whip is exclusively reserved for use on humans. Oh boy. That's... okay. Is there nothing we can do to help? Let me see. Oh, wait, I have a good idea. If you guys could put on a show here in the courtroom, that would distract everybody. And they'd be so busy watching that they'd have to postpone that the trial until later. No, 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 if I do that, they'll arrest me again. No, they won't. It's fine. Courtrooms are nice. If you entertain everybody, there's no way they'll arrest you. Right, Mr. Edgeworth? I really wish you wouldn't spout nonsense with such infuriating confidence. The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. Nobody? The court is in recess. Nobody's allowed to enter. But if nobody's allowed to enter, how will the trial ever start again? I don't know. You got me good. How do you like that, Mr. Edgeworth? I hit him with a stone-cold contradiction. One that gained us exactly nothing. Sure. I was looking at the doors. I get it. Basic thief work, right? Making sure you know where all the exits are. If you're angling for a position at the Yatagarasu assistant, just say the word. Seeing as it's you, I'll let you skip the written test and the practical. Basically, the job is yours. Thank you. It's a very kind thought. Yeah, okay. I love Eddie Fender. So, you got the old memory back, huh? Sure did. I'm me again. Can't be worried 6 ways till Sunday. Not that other K wasn't a blast, too. Anyway, welcome back, kiddo. Bring it in. No. We need to be thinking about this trial right now, okay? Guess things did go pretty pear-shaped in there, huh? We need to dig up this missing evidence lickety-split. But we can't count on them putting the trial on hold much longer. James! Thank you so much for the 9 months! I appreciate it! Defender wants the hug. He does want the hug. And you know what? He got it a couple times. I think twice in this game he's gotten a hug. It's a stumper, all right. If only some kind soul would offer to go find it for us. That's an expectant look if I ever saw one. Hey Fender, have you seen the Yatagarasu pin? Cute pin, favorite of yours? I can see it. You'd look a picture in it, Mousy boy. It's one of Kay's most treasured possessions. I won't be wearing it anytime soon. If that's so, well then, guess there's only one thing for it. Come here and let me pin a big old attorney's badge on that handsome chest of yours. I walked right into that. Can't help but notice you still haven't asked about your prosecutor's badge back, bucko. Finally decided to come walk the path of righteousness with me and your old man, huh? The committee has my badge, that much is true, but I haven't given it up just yet. I'm still not ready to walk in my father's footsteps. No? Well, it's not like there's a deadline. You do you for as long as you need. The old family office will be waiting to welcome you with open arms when you're done.
Thank you, Mr. Fender.
Oh, it's you. Good morning, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. Francisco. Okay, but that's low-key a power move. She calls him Mr. Ex-Prosecutor like she's not even caring to call him Miles Edgeworth. And he just rebuttals with a Francisco. You shouldn't be here, you know. You're not in the right line of work anymore. You should be at home planning whatever it is you mean to do with the rest of your life. Okay. What are you going to do, Francisca? You only have 15 minutes. Don't you think I know that? And wipe that infuriatingly reasonable look off your face. You're like a news anchor calmly reading the news or something. And it's utterly exasperating. It's probably better that I don't rise to that. I never imagined you would be the one prosecuting this case, Francisca. Nor did I, but what a case, the murder of a presidential bodyguard. And by the way, by the warden of a prison, no less. The murder weapon was probably entered into evidence and everything. And yet when you went to present the knife to the court, it wasn't there. That imbecile! Not only did he abandon his case, he made me look a total fool. The next time I see that little coward, I'll whip him into shape if it's the last thing that I do. You go ahead and do that, but quit taking it out on other people around him. If only somebody would go sniff out the evidence for us. Somebody. Fine, we'll do it. Way to go, Milesy. Milesy-o, you're sure? I'll do what I can, but that might not be much in 15 minutes. Fran and me will buy you as much time as we can, okay? G won't be banging that hammer of hers until you've made it back with the goods, I promise. Thank you, I'll be counting on you, Fender. And you, Francisca, how does that sound? What makes you think I'd accept your help? Maybe the fact that you don't have a choice in the matter, sweetie. How about some advice instead? That you seriously consider a new career as a news anchor. Lots of tick-a-talk in here. Time to step up to the plate. All right, fine. We will stall the trial for as long as we can. But you'd better get your ex-prosecutor behind in gear. You know, I quite like having you run errands for me. Maybe that could be your new career instead. I'm glad you're on board. He ignored it. He is the better brother. I can help too. I don't want to be arrested again. Oh, this sounds fun! Can I play? Alright, that would be very helpful of you both. Very well. Where shall we begin? I think we need to go speak to a certain somebody, don't you? Who will we need to speak to in order to find out where the evidence went? This fucking little shit kid. There's so many people now. Alright, where's Mr. Wiener?
Take that!
The supposed custodian of the evidence in question, Eustace Wiener. The new prosecutor guy? Okay, we're on it. Thank you, Mr. Saint. Alrighty then. Think we better huddle and talk tactics, huh, Fran? Just the two of... Don't keep me waiting, Miles Edgeworth. I'll try not to. We'll be back as soon as we can. Franny Poo, wait up now. Franny Poo. Alright, we need to find Wiener. Fast. Oh. Awkward. Judge Gavel. Ah, Mr. Edgeworth, a pleasure as always. A pleasure? How is it a pleasure? And what was all that about just now? Kay, stop it. But Judge Gavel knows that horrible woman is the killer. Why the heck would she...
This is so awkward.
Evidence is the only language that the goddess of justice understands.
Okay.
My own personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it.
Okay.
Is this all Judge Verity Gavel is?
You may believe my way of thinking to be heartless, but it is my way.
To be this hard and unforgiving? There's something I'd like to ask you if you don't mind.
Please, go ahead.
What were you doing on the roof of the big building 2 nights ago?
The roof?
You met the president up there, didn't you? We've seen security footage of the 2 of you.
Is there something wrong with that?
Only that his body was discovered this morning right next to the very same building.
What?
I think you understand what I'm getting at. You're considered a suspect. What happened between the 2 of you?
Nothing. We simply talked for a few minutes. And when we were done, I left. I took the elevator back downstairs alone.
Oh, she a filthy liar. Why you always lying? That much we know to be true. As I said, we've seen the footage. And what business did you have with the leader of a foreign power? Wait, I thought that they said that she didn't leave through the elevator. Oh no, the president didn't go back with her. Ah, I remembered it wrong. What business did you have?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Well, I'm not at liberty to leave until I have answers. In which case, there's only one thing for it. She's hiding something, and I have to get it out of her. And our 15-minute recess is now the time? Okay, you know what? Yeah, now's the time. Oh my god, mind chess! I thought we were having a testimony. Oh, dear God.
We met on the roof of the big building.
But it was simply to discuss professional matters. Matters that I am not obligated to discuss with you. I'm clearly going to have to work hard to get past her professional defenses. If she puts up too impenetrable a facade, I'll probably be better off biding my time. I should start by asking what she met the president to talk about. I'm gonna fail this so hard. Perhaps you could begin by telling us what you met with President Wang to discuss? As I told you, professional matters. Professional matters which I do not intend to share with you.
I'm so glad you understand.
I must say, you're a very busy woman. A judge, a committee member, and an occasional aide to us in the field, even.
Thank you. I take my professional duties very seriously.
And do those duties include meeting with foreign dignitaries?
Yes, of course. From time to time. The law is my life. Nothing I do falls outside the scope of my duties.
You returned Kay's promise notebook to us just this morning. Surely you can't claim that you just fell within the scope of your duties.
I'm not yet a perfect servant of the law. That much is true.
No, you're a human being, and that was an act of simple human kindness. You have feelings, Judge Gavel, and you are allowed to have them about the president's death, too.
I can still hardly believe it. If I might ask, how did he die?
He was crushed to death by the head of a monster known as Pterosaurus. Forgive me. Is that true?
What?
He died on the set of a movie. He did. Interesting that you should even know what Pterosaurus is.
I imagine I must have heard about it from Eustace.
Okay.
Something about them shooting a movie somewhere near the big building?
She isn't fooling anybody. She's clearly very upset about something. She mentioned Mr. Wiener, who seems to have disappeared along with some vital evidence. Perhaps if she won't tell us what she discussed with the president, we should try to find out what else she might be hiding. I'm clearly getting under her skin. I need to dig further. Francesca stepped in to take Mr. Wiener's place in the trial, but how was she supposed to prosecute the case if he never handed over all the evidence? My interest is solely in ensuring that a trial proceeds fairly once it has begun. And if, once it has vital evidence, cannot be presented, it should surprise no one if the accused goes free. I am a judge, a servant of the law. My personal thoughts and feelings do not come into it. So you have no personal feelings when it comes to Mr. Wiener's disappearance? Of course I do. I worry about him terribly, too. This doesn't feel right. Does that mean there's somebody else that you're worried about? Oh, that did work, okay. I imagine their identity might explain your strangely agitated state. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a servant of the law, and my feelings are immaterial. We all are servants of the law, all of us who stand in the courtroom. But we're not superhuman. You, me, everybody else, we're just people underneath it all. Much as we'd like to bury our feelings and remain impartial, that simply isn't possible. Damn, got him. Is this a therapy session? I feel like this is a therapy session. Yeah. I am in no fit state to offer impartial judgment. Please, Judge Gabble, just tell us the truth. What's going on? What do I do? I've never seen her lose her composure like this. I should ask her who this person is that she's so worried about. Her professional mask is beginning to slip. Perhaps now I can get to the human being underneath. The person you're so worried about, is it Mr. Wiener? Of course I'm worried about him, but this could also be a valuable test for him. I'll expose- oh. Okay. Grandstanding! I guess I didn't choose my words carefully enough. Oh. Try that again. The other one might work. He chose to disappear, and he can choose to reappear. And the other person you're worried about can't? That's not something I'm at liberty to talk about. I don't know what might happen to that poor child if I did. That poor child? Who are you talking about? Judging by the look on her face, I definitely shouldn't. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. This person you're so worried about, is it Torosaurus? I really don't have time for jokes, Mr. Edgeworth. I do. When I told you how the president was killed, you seemed surprised whenever I mentioned that he was crushed by Torosaurus. I was simply shocked at learning how he died, and where a half-built film set on an empty lot. Sounds as if something about where he died is particularly troubling you. That's not true at all. It's just film sets are places where dreams are made, and instead a great man met his end there. I only hope that the utmost care is taken when the news is shared with the cast and crew. I'm afraid the cast and crew already know. We met two of them at the scene, a crew member and a young actor, Shaun. Why did this have to happen? Something about the Torosaurus connection really seems to be upsetting her. I think that might prove to be a valuable clue. the empty lot, chat. The empty lot. Everything always comes back to the empty lot at the end of the day. Judge Gavel, why are you so worried about, and who are you so worried about, and where are they? I simply cannot tell you that. That poor child? You're desperate to find this poor child? And since you say child, I suppose we're right in assuming that this person is a minor? I can't answer, and I won't. It has no bearing whatsoever on the murder of the president. You seem to get very sensitive every time I mention Torosaurus. That poor child that you mentioned has something to do with the movie, don't they? You're usually so cool and collected. Your discomfort told me everything I needed to know. Who is this poor child? You have to tell us. The person I'm worried about, the person I'm so desperate to find, is Shaun Fenn. That is more than I can allow you to know. You said you would tell us the truth. And if you don't give up voluntarily, we will have to force it from you. I'm afraid you're just going to have to accept that. I need to get her to tell me why she's so desperate to find Shaun. We're trying to find Shaun too. Do you have any idea where he might be? Why would I have any idea about that? The two of us aren't connected in any way at all. She's a fan! She's a fan! Am I? Yes. Yes, I am. I am an ardent admirer of the work of Shaun Fenn, child actor extraordinaire. Wow. You can just feel that she's kidding. I'm not even gonna respond. I heard that he was filming near the big building, so I made it my business to learn where the set was and some other important details. I suppose that makes sense. As a fan, you'd want to know such a thing. I imagine you would also have tried to learn when he was supposed to be on set. No, that's not being a fan. That's stalking at that point. Nope, there's a clear difference between these things. That would be stalking. A fan? This is not normal fan behavior. He said he would be filming there all day today. You make it sound like you heard that from Shaun himself. I don't think he'd be sharing his schedule with a mere fan, do you? I misspoke. Ignore me. Every slip of the tongue she makes seems to be to do with Shaun. And now we know that she's spoken with him. Do you know Shaun personally? He is famous. I doubt there are many people who do not know him. I certainly didn't until today. Then you clearly need to be better informed. Perhaps I could teach you a few things. There is also nothing you don't know about him. Oh. Okay. Edgeworth has so many fans that stalk him, so he thinks it's normal behavior. You know what? Probably true. Forgive me. I allowed myself to get a little carried away. It seems to happen quite a bit when the subject of Shaun comes up. I do know him personally. I simply know a lot about him. I can understand you're being worried about Shaun, but you seem a little too worried. And you implied before that you had spoken to him, which must surely mean that you know him personally. So the two of you are acquainted. This is surely an important clue. Oh, oops. Oh, no. I have to actually click it. No. Oh, no. 15-minute recess is over! Do you know where he is? So you're a Sean Fenn fan? Name 5 of his likes and dislikes. Yeah, you know what? You guys think you're a big Crystal fan? Name 5 of my likes and dislikes. I dare you. Bet you're all fake fans. Please, Judge Gabble, you have to help us try and find him. Help you? That would never be allowed. By whom, the goddess of justice? By the one person who knows where he is. I'm still not even sure you exist. Now you're asking the right questions. We need to give you get a gold star. Simon Blackwell, Miles Edgeworth. Oh my god. Anything besides men? Oh, I gotta play the game. I forgot about the time. Hey, it worked, chat. That was actually a complete guess. I didn't get to read it. I just panicked. Hey, yo. At last, the puzzle pieces are finally starting to fall into place. I know why you're so reluctant to tell us anything about your relationship with Shaun. Admit it. He's been kidnapped, hasn't he? You dislike coffee, tea, Tion, cooking, and Resident Evil 6. Oh, damn, okay. I need you to tell me the truth. All of it. Your intuition was correct. Shaun has been kidnapped. Why does that have to do anything with you? Shaun is my son. We may not have found out what she and Miss President Wang were talking about, but we found out something just as important. Shaun has been abducted. Not exactly the endgame I was expecting, but that's checkmate.
Pikes Peak Audio tipped $5. So Verity's Tommy Mommy vibes are quite literal, it turns out.
Wow. Thanks for the $5. I appreciate it, Pikes. She really is a mommy. Come on, you're way too young. Wait a second. Adoptive, maybe? Maybe she adopted him. It's true. I'm Shaun's mother. A magazine clipping. You always carry this with you? Everywhere I go. I guess you could call it a kind of talisman. It certainly speaks to the bond between them. And you're sure he's been kidnapped? I received a phone call from the kidnapper just before the trial began. Did they make any demands? Only one, that Phi-Phi Lagarde be found not guilty. Oh no, the kidnapper's Shelly to kill her. He did it once with Maya, he'll do it again. And he did this with Matt on guard. He wanted Matt on guard to be not guilty. This is the same thing. It has to be Shelly to kill her kidnapping. It's a parallel. It has to be. And without any, you can't charge me with anything. I have failed in my duty to the law. I am a judge. If I cannot arbitrate with impartiality, I make a mockery of justice. And yet, I tried to force through a ruling based on nothing but my own self-interest. Judge Gabble, the goddess must be furious with me, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't sacrifice my son on the altar of justice. I couldn't remain impartial when it mattered most. Of course you couldn't! Are you crazy? No parent could just give up on their child like that. If that makes the goddess of justice mad, then I'm sorry, but she's wrong. If she really thinks that way, then she's the guilty one. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Declaring the goddess guilty, that's bold. The goddess is always guilty. Kay's right. As I told you, though we all serve the law, we are also only human. And none of us could or should be expected to sacrifice a child for the sake of a verdict. Thank you, both of you. The trial must continue. There is no escaping that. Judge Gavel! My dad was a prosecutor. He used to work in a courtroom just like you do. And I was thinking about what he would have done if he was in your position right now. If a prosecutor were forced to insist that a clearly innocent suspect be found guilty. I know what he would have done. Anything, that's what. He would have done anything to get me back. So what I'm trying to say is, you can trust us. To get him back, to snatch him from the jaws of danger. I'm the second Yatagarasu, and if you agree to trust me, I promise I'll get him back for you. The goddess delivered the verdict. The thief who steals only the truth, and perhaps one or two other things. Well, Judge Gavel, what do you say? Will you trust the great thief to steal back that which matters most to you? I'd like to help too, if that's all right with you. Thank you. I know I'm in no position to ask this of you, but please, see that he comes home safely. Don't worry, you can count on us. Take my cell phone. Whoa! We got her cell phone? She got a flip phone, chat. She got a flip phone. The kidnapper may call again. You'll get it back along with your son, I promise. I will do everything I can to draw out the trial, but I don't imagine I can give you more than about 2 hours at best. That gives us until 2 p.m. I'm counting on you, please. Here I thought the great thief was on sabbatical. Hold on to your hat because she's back in business. All right, let's do this. My first commission. I can't afford to mess this up. In that case, we'd better start looking right away. Where to begin? Doing giving orders. This is a great thief operation. Then what am I? You're my assistant. First assistant to the great thief Yatagarasu. Talk about an honor. I've been relegated to thief's assistant. Damn, Edgeworth be having a time in these 2 games. Now he loses his prosecutor badge and becomes a thief assistant. Like, this is quite the change in, well, direction in your life. That's for sure. Yeah, he's been in prison, he's been an inmate, he's also been a defense attorney's assistant. I think he's had every job except for being judge at this point. Just follow my lead, you'll be fine, okay? What exactly are you talking about? Even in the depths of night! Hey, your turn. Keep up, will you? Why are you making me do this? The great thief Yatagarasu just arrived at the scene of the crime, dummy. How is anybody supposed to know if we don't announce her appearance? You may be a thief, but I most certainly am not. Fine, I'll do it on my own. He hasn't become a detective. I guess officially he hasn't become a detective, but like he's essentially doing detective work. He's had more jobs than Phoenix has in 7 years. Oh. We have less than 2 hours, in fact. We better get started. Well, we have this photo. Let's show it to a few people. See if it jogs any memories. Is that Will Powers? Is he finally back? I was waiting for his appearance of all cameos. He's so back! Oh, hey, Mr. Edgeworth. Long time no see. This is Will Powers! He's an action star I met on an old case. He's also the man behind the mask of the one and only Steel Samurai. Long time no see indeed. Nice to meet you. I'm Kay Faraday, great thief. Mr. Edgeworth has been working as my assistant. Good to meet you, but thief? Mr. Edgeworth has been assisting a thief? Let's not worry about that for now. We'd like to ask you about what happened this morning, if that's all right. Sure, yeah. I don't know if I can be much of help to you. So he'll be one of Shaun's work colleagues. I guess we'd better just dive right in. He's fanboying, you know he is. What's this? You think I could use it in a performance or an action scene or something? That would be cool. It would. Sadly, I don't think it would be suitable. Oh, that's a shame. He seems genuinely disappointed. I heard that you were investigating this one, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, yes. Well, I'm not the prosecutor in charge, of course. But if you're Kay's assistant, I guess this is her case? No, that's simply... I can see you're an intelligent man. You're right, of course. I'm in charge of this one. Don't encourage her. All right, I'll need you to give me straight answers. First of all, this case. Have you noticed anything weird? I mean, but perhaps you can give me your, impressions. Is that supposed to sound like me? My impressions, I guess my main concern is, no offense to the victim at all, but is it all over for the production? Are we done? I can't help but worry. Somebody died, bro. But what about the production? I think it's probably safe to assume that you are, at least for now. Right? I knew it. What a bummer. We don't have the location for much longer either. Because you were due to finish shooting? No, because they're due to start building. That lot won't be empty for long. They were letting us use it while they were getting, while they got ready to make a start. I guess the plan was to shoot the rest on a lot back at Global Studios. Well, I've been so worried about everything, what with people spreading all these rumors too. Yeah, this journalist keeps coming around. Y'all been hiding real monsters on that set of yours. Y'all can't do that. I'm gonna expose y'all. She's always saying stuff like that. I think I know exactly who this journalist might be. Yeah, the photographer, right? I thought you might know her. But you're not, are you? Hiding real monsters, I mean. Are you kidding? If they had real monsters to call on, I'd be out of a job. So, you've all been working hard on the movie. It's my first time I've been on a reboot of an old series. This one's been a real challenge for me and everyone else over at Global Studios. If only they'd put this kind of energy into making a new Steel Samurai show or something. What role are you playing in this one? Me, Amatorosaurus himself. No way! So you're the star? Well, not quite. I'm in a costume. My face won't ever appear on screen. That's pretty amazing. I wish I could wear a costume like that. Hey, do you think I could try it on sometime? I'd settle for just climbing inside one of the horns. I'd love to say yes, but that's not how it works. I can't really climb inside that part. Oh, I get it. Because I'm an outsider, right? That's not the issue at all here, Kay. Can I ask you a couple questions about Shaun? Oh, sure. Penny told me what happened. He just disappeared, right? Yeah, sounds like him. Does he do that a lot? Yeah, kinda. What? We take 5 mid-shoot. If we take 5 mid-shoot, you look around sometimes and he's just gone. Do you have any idea where he might have headed off to? Sorry, no. I did see him leaving the set, though. Where was he headed? He got on the site bus, but I was checking some equipment over, and by the time I looked up, he was gone. The site bus. I wonder if he's left any clues behind. Do you mind if we take a look inside the bus? Oh, sure. You'll have to excuse the mess, though. Alright, let's see what we can find. What do you mean? The Millennium Tower going up into the empty lot, of course. Of course, of course. This is the plot of Yakuza 0, exactly. There's an array of filming equipment. Are you getting ready to shoot something? No, nothing scheduled for today at this location. It's just a case has gone missing. All that stuff is normally stored inside a large case, but I look away for 5 minutes and it's wandered off somewhere. Sounds like there's a thief! What exactly was taken? The case, as far as I can tell. A case? That's where you hide dead bodies. Ace Attorney taught me that at least 3 different times? 4? Multiple times! I would have been more interested in what was inside it myself. I guess whoever took it must have needed the case more than its contents. Did they need to put something in it? A dead body. It's a map of the area around the big building. Let's take a closer look. Oh. There's a garbage processing facility right next to the fishing port. Do they process garbage they pull out of the sea? I guess they might, but I doubt that's all they deal with. So, what else? Oh, like garbage that washes up on the shore? Smells shells and fish bones and stuff? Who throws that stuff in the first place, huh? They should be ashamed of themselves. Didn't they ever hear of recycling? You could make earrings and necklaces and... Yeah! Let's maybe talk about this another time. You know, okay. I don't know why I just had this thought, but have people ever considered how to get rid of garbage? You just throw it down a volcano. Like, there's incinerators for getting rid of garbage, but it's like super expensive. So that's why incinerators aren't really a viable option for getting rid of garbage. But if you just go to your local volcano and then you just throw it down there, it'll burn real fast. It's just a thought. Just go to your local volcano and just throw it down the middle of the hole. Is it toxic? Would there be toxic fumes from lava? An incinerator, yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, go to your local volcano. Chat, it's simple. We all have a local volcano. Yeah, the volcano burned the garbage. Lucky you. What do you mean, lucky me? You have a local volcano too? Oh, anyway. Just, you know, it's just a thought. It's just a thought. Your local volcano is only 1776 miles away. That's walkable, I think. I think that's walkable. You can do it. Yeah. Anyway. The Sunshine Coliseum. They hold all kinds of events. Oh, wait. Is that like the Coliseum? That they... I don't remember.
Is that the Coliseum that the Gaviners band and like the magic show was in?
I wanted to go to the World Thief Symposium, but they canceled it this year. It was so cool. Thieves from all over the planet all gathered in one place.
That is the place? Okay, I couldn't remember.
I mean, there was that thing where they arrested pretty much everybody who attended, I guess. And some people did say the whole thing was just a trap set by the police.
And yet you still wanted to go.
I don't really buy into all that stuff, but they do say that the light from the sun in the morning gives you more wrinkles.
That's a fact. UV rays will do that, yeah.
Because they called it Morning Tan Park.
Oh. I'd certainly like to be basking in the morning sunshine without a care in the world right now. Edgeworth has been through a lot.
The Sundown Sanitation Plant. What, do they make cleaning products there or something?
Sadly not. I think that they just incinerate all the garbage that trucks bring back. By the way, Kay, you seem a little, antsy.
Oh, it's nothing. Oh, hey, did you see up in the other, see up in the other corner of the map? There's another garbage facility.
I imagine it probably fulfills a slightly different function. There seem to be quite a few facilities in the area.
The place is littered with them.
Really? That's what you were so excited about? A third-rate pun. This is the big building itself, so that's where we are right now.
It's kind of cool looking, but I still can't quite bring myself to like it.
I'm not surprised. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you never wanted to come here again.
What's this all over? When we have the whole case wrapped up, can we maybe come here just for fun? We can bring Gummy too!
You don't let the past drag you down, do you? It's an admirable quality, I guess. Let's think about that later, shall we, Kay? The case isn't over just yet. We can't afford to start making plans for when it's done.
No fun, fine. Let's hurry up and solve this little mystery, shall we?
But there's nothing else. Wait, I checked all of this stuff. I didn't get anything, though. Okay. Hey there, pal! Why the long face? Ever thought you might ought to maybe lighten up a little? Do you take any passengers here this morning?
Does a witch wear a pointy hat? You bet I did! Just the one fare, mind you.
Who was the passenger?
It was two guys, had on these black suits, real sharp looking.
Did they have a boy with them?
This boy. Nah, like I said, it was just the two of them.
Thank you for your help. I thought we might be onto something there, but no luck. Oh no, 2 men! I've never seen men before. A very good day to you, Prosecutor Edgeworth. I'm not a prosecutor anymore, but he doesn't need to know that, I guess. Good day to you too, officer. Can I ask why you've been posted here?
Oh, I'm just keeping an eye on things.
Excellent. Then perhaps you can tell me if any vehicles have come in or out here this morning? Are men not real? Maybe. Maybe just these 2 specific men. 2 vehicles have come in or out. That could be useful. A taxi and a blue truck. Well, the ones that are literally right here, like it's just this guy over here. Men and women are myths? Yes. If Kingdom Hearts 1 taught me anything, it's that women weren't real.
Shaun, you in there?
No sign of him either.
Kinda thought that the basket on the top and the back of the truck there looked suspicious.
She's not wrong, it does.
Huh? What are you doing, Mr. Edgeworth?
Why are you touching the truck? The engine's cold, which means it's been here for a while.
No way, you can tell just from that?
Okay, Edgeworth, I can tell if my engine is cold about 5 minutes after I shut off my car. That don't mean shit.
It's fucking cold outside, bro. Like... And if it's been parked here a while, I guess the driver might not be nearby either. We don't really have time to stand around waiting until they get back. It's LA? Okay, valid point. Valid point, it is LA. Well, it's always warm there, so wouldn't the engine always be warm? Yeah. Take that. Where would Shaun have been sitting? Shaun? Oh, that's his seat with the backpack on it. There's something poking out of it. A videotape? We use these when we're shooting. Why would Shaun have one? Was there something he wanted to record? This could be a clue. Do you have any way for us to check what's on the tape? Sure, there's a couple monitors set up right over there. Alright, hitting play. It's Shaun. Is he rehearsing his lines? Clearly visible footprint right there, which means this must be from last night. When he's not happy with a scene, he borrows the equipment and goes over it on his own time. Wow, he's really dedicated, huh? Sure is. He may be young, but he takes his craft seriously. You gotta admire it. Well, that part of it at least. The using the kit without asking part, not so much. He would have been able to use the equipment on his own? Oh, sure, if all he wanted to do was shoot something pretty basic. What is it, Kay? Where did Shaun go? He ran off somewhere. And just left the camera running. I guess it ran out of tape. That's all that's on there? Shaun's rehearsal? That's creepy. LA has regularly triple digits temperatures all year round. That's just common knowledge. Honestly, this is common knowledge. You think Judge Gavel and the others are doing okay? I'm not sure. How long is it realistically possible to drag out proceedings, I wonder? We have to find Shaun! Indeed we do. Not like that, dang it. Oh, God. They're together. How you think we're gonna get a scoop like that? Sorry, Chief, my bad. How many times I gotta say it? We're scoop fiends! Wild critters that survive on scoops and scoops alone! Every second we ain't scooping, we're starving! It's scoop or die out here! Yes, Chief. Well, look who it is, although I can't help but wish it wasn't. When did those two get here? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, we should go talk to them. Should we? Ugh, fine. They aren't real, they aren't real! Well, if it ain't my good friend Ruffles, good to see y'all again. And you too, Miss Lloyd, but how come you're here, if you don't mind me asking? There's two of them. Yeah, two women, and now we have a case of two men, now two women. This is getting way too convoluted for a case. Well, they kind of dropped the whole case out of nowhere. Packed me up and shipped me home without so much as a slap on the wrist. Guess it was their way of saying, you keep up the good work now. They did seem kind of keen to get me to never ever mention the whole thing ever again, though. Yes, because you weren't part of the official story of the attempt on the president's life. And they can't afford to have you getting in the way. Mr. Edgeworth, telling Tabby not to talk is like trying to stop a dam from bursting with a piece of tape. Not exactly the most delicate way of putting it. Wrote up the whole thing, of course. Every last detail, plus a few of my own. Handed it into the paper, hopes are all high and all, but nothing. Not a peep. Was somebody putting pressure on them, or were the details you added a little too gratuitous, perhaps? Both seem equally plausible, unfortunately. The math isn't mathing. Exactly. What are you doing here in the big building? Are you reporting on something? You know what else I think, chat? I think the color burgundy isn't real either. I think it's a fake color. I've been having thoughts about that recently. It's just a thought. I just don't think burgundy is a real color. Well, maybe I didn't make this clear enough the first time we met. But you want a reporter to scratch your head, you scratch your back. You gotta scratch hers first if you catch my meaning. You mean you want me to give you something you can use for an article? Bingo, and it better be good. Because if it ain't, this conversation's over. We do need to know about what might have happened to Shaun. Perhaps I could show her a piece of evidence and see if she has anything to give me in return. Oh boy. Anyway. The driver is nowhere to be found. I bet this blue truck belongs to Shelly the Killer. Shelly the Killer, the owner of the blue truck. Of course, someone who isn't real can tell what colors aren't real. Yes. Say no more, Ruffles. I already know what you're gonna ask. You're looking for him, right? The kid? You just can't get out from under the drama, huh? Wherever he goes, the bodies follow Miles Edgeworth. Trouble magnet. Pretty much sums you up, right? Is my reputation really so sordid? And now you done got yourself wrapped up in a kidnapping, too. How do you know about that? Pipe down, will ya? Can't be talking about this stuff too loud. I ain't even told the chief about it. Gotta keep it down on the down low, okay? That ain't a cat I want out of the bag just yet. How do you know? Judge Gavel hasn't told anybody except us. I bet you just love to know, won't you? Well, you can't. It's a secret. She's as stubborn as ever.
Quit staring at me like that. I ain't sharing nothing with that thundercloud of a face.
Oh god. What a crazy world we live in. Women aren't real, but Mpreg is. You see, life is a little bit easier to understand when you accept that the simulation theory is real. Believe in the simulation theory, and then anything is possible.
So you know something, right? Truth is, I done saw it. Little kid being bundled off by two shady characters in black suits.
Oh jeez.
Do you know where they went? Nope, don't got a clue. They was kind of far away when I spotted them. Lost sight pretty quick. At least we know something about our kidnappers now.
Yes, two men in black. I will sooner admit that women are real than to accept the simulation theory. Oh, come on. Simulation theory. Come on, come on. Miss Lloyd calls you Chief, doesn't she?
Sure does, because that's exactly what I am. She's my #1 cub reporter. Seems my unique brand of shutterbug and caught her eye, so she came to me to learn the trade. She may be a scribbler, not a snapper, but the both of us are hungry. Us are hungry for a scoop soup 24/7. And besides, who doesn't want to be called Chief, right?
Miss Hart's pictures were what drew Miss Lloyd to her. I suppose it's no surprise that this particular chief attracted an apprentice with such unique tastes. Sure, she doesn't score no big stories just yet, but she's hungry. Boy, is she. Hungrier than me, even. And she wants a Torosaurus exclusive batter and a coyote wants a chicken. What? She's been turning this place upside down all day looking for leads. Maybe she knows something about the kidnapping. I think we should ask her, don't you? We already did. So, now that the story of the underground auction is in the bag, what's next? Come on, as if you even need to ask. A Torosaurus, that's what. They done dropped him right in my dang lap, snuck in upstairs to cover the auction, and then he shows up right on the doorstep and saw some big old footprints everywhere for good measure. And do you have any particular news outlet in mind for this big scoop? Huh, does it bear to do business in the woods? I got me 2 or 3 in mind. That'll be all over this like a rash. Heck, there's even one right here in the big building. Tabby and me, we're in and out of there all the time. I mean, mostly on account of how fond they seem to be of throwing us around out on our ears, but still. Sounds as if they're both more out than in. Alright, let's put some shit together, chat. What a base stream title. What a base chatter and mod coming in here, Diane. Hi, good to see you. We learned a little something about the kidnappers. Miss Lloyd saw 2 men taking Shaun away, and the taxi driver remembers giving 2 similar-looking men a ride. They must be the same people, right? It's a distinct possibility, but there's one thing that doesn't make sense. The taxi driver said specifically the 2 men didn't have a child with them. Oh yeah, that is weird. It could be the other one. Shaun was put in the case. I'll try that one next. I could see it being either of them. Could be the kidnappers who stole the case? You mean, what if they put Shaun inside? He's little enough that he'd fit, I guess. So the reason the taxi driver didn't see him might be that he was loaded into the trunk as baggage. Oh boy. Why did they need to hide him? I imagine they might not have planned it originally, but they didn't count on there being a police presence here in the plaza. That makes sense. They didn't want the officer on duty to see them going off with Shaun. So they took a rather drastic measure. That must be it. Let's go see what the taxi driver can tell us. Did they have any baggage? Boy, did they. A giant case. Wasn't easy getting that thing in the trunk, I tell ya. They must have been the kidnappers. Where did you take these 2 men, if you don't mind me asking? I can see this is important. How about I give you a ride there? Oh, shit! That was easy! Did he have to drive that fast? Feel kind of queasy. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You look a little green. I'm fine. Driver said he took the men to the garage of this house right here. This must be where they brought the case. No, wait, look at the name on the mailbox. Oh. Excelsius Wiener. This must be that chairman guy's house. Excelsius Wiener ordered Shaun's kidnapping? Isn't he currently under arrest? The garage door's unlocked! You spotted that quickly, although I guess I probably shouldn't be surprised. Oh my god. Oh my god. Huh? Smells of engine oil in here. I guess Wiener Sr. must be something of a motorhead. Anybody home? Anybody? What are we, Kay? Common house thieves? You take that back. We're great thieves, and don't let me ever hear you say different. Have some self-respect, Mr. Edgeworth.
She didn't like that at all. Anyway, it seems nobody's around, which hopefully means that we're not at risk of being arrested.
Don't let your guard down yet. We're only just getting started here. Now, let's find us some treasures.
Where aren't we supposed to be looking for Shaun? This is very scary looking gloves. Like, very scary looking. Oh my god! Just put death on the knuckles and then your Trafalgar Law. Oh my god, I love Trafalgar Law so much. Oh my god, I think about Law. The last time I thought about Law was like several weeks ago. I'm so glad that this game reminded me that Law exists, because did you know that I love Law so much? Like, holy fuck, I love that man so much. Thank you, Ace Attorney. Man, I love Law. They're designed to be worn when fixing vehicles or working with machines. They're covered in oil that looks like it must be from a machine too. And strangely, dirt, an awful lot of dirt. I doubt that they would have gone like that from motorcycle maintenance.
I hate the guy, but I have to admit, I like his gloves a lot.
I like Trafalgar Law. You think we can maybe come up with a good excuse to borrow them? I was about to take them into evidence. No, I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Anyway, I'm completely a normal person. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty
Pikes
tools.
Peak Audio tipped $5. Trafalgar Law as an AA prosecutor practically writes itself. I mean, his last name is Law.
I feel like Law... I feel like Law has detective vibes. I can't see him being a prosecutor. He would be a good prosecutor, but I see him being a better detective. Like, he's pretty, he's pretty observant. Law with his hat off. Ah, it's fine. I'm impartial. Anyway, I shouldn't be... Anyway, stop making me think about Law. I get brain rot. There's a sledgehammer, a shovel, and a bunch of other heavy-duty tools.
That thing makes Judge Gavel's hammer look puny. If I ever become a judge, I'm getting one like this.
I doubt you'd make yourself very popular swinging one of those around in a courtroom.
Really? Fine. What if I swung that shovel around instead?
Then it wouldn't be a courtroom, it would be a circus. Promise me you won't do that.
Look at these huge bags of flour, Mr. Edgeworth. If we had some water and a rolling pin, we could make some delicious fresh noodles. I like them nice and firm, don't you? You have to boil them just the right amount.
That's not flour, Kay. It's cement. If you mixed it with water, it would become very firm indeed.
Really? Wow. Cement noodles.
Yeah, those would probably kind of stick in your throat. Just a little. Just a little.
This bike is super cool! There's even a skull over the headlight.
I suppose it's designed so that the eyes light up when you turn it on.
Really? Wow. I bet it's still nothing compared to when you get that steely glint in your eyes.
My eyes don't actually light up, Kay. But do they? I think we know what this is. This has to be it, the equipment case that Mr. Powers told us was stolen. I feel like we're following the same vibes as 2-4. This is so weird. It's like Judge Gavel is in Phoenix's position and we're like trying to save her position so that she can carry out the court in a just way and get the right conviction. But it's weird because I don't consider Shelley the Killer to be a necessarily bad person. So there's something weird, very weird going on here.
They folded little Shaun up, packed him in there, and shipped him all the way here, huh? He's a boy, Kay, not a piece of equipment, and it's possible that he's still here. Then we better find him. My reputation as a great thief is riding on this, and yours as my assistant. Sure it is. Huh? There's somebody in the back there. Shaun, is that you? Shaun, stay right there, we're coming! Huh? That's... Oh my god. That's the wrong person. What the fuck? You are not this kid. What the fuck? That's not the right person. Mr. Wiener! What's he doing here? This is Chairman Wiener's house, right? Which means it's Mr. Wiener's home, too, presumably. So how did he wind up like this? Untie him, Kay, quickly. A little expert rope work, huh? Leave it to me. Are you okay, Eustace? Poor guy. It looks like he's been through hell. How did you come to be tied up down here? I don't know! You found me, why don't you tell me? Because we don't know, which is why we're asking. What's happening? I'm not sure you're gonna be able to get much out of him like this. No. In which case, there's only one... No. Oh no! I hate to beat a man while he's down, but it might be the only way. No! No! Are you sure? Don't go too hard on him, okay? You might push him over the edge. Understood. I'll tread carefully, I promise. Oh, this is absurd. This is absurd. I can't promise I'll be very good at it. I've never held back against my opponents before, after all. This is messed up. This is messed up. Don't do it! Oh my god. Kid has trauma? What's the only way to get through to a kid with trauma? Mind chess! Like, what? You don't understand. You don't know what it's like being me. Oh! Oh my god. Dude, Eustace Wiener is the final boss. He's the fucking final boss. In which case, I guess I may just have to quietly listen to what he has to say. Oh, I mean, oh no! Oh no! Why am I always the last one to know the butt of every joke? He clearly has questions. I'll have to do my best to try and answer them. He's also clearly in no fit state for this. I'll need to try and finish this quickly. I should figure out what he needs to hear and try to calm him down. This is therapy chess. This isn't mind chess. This is therapy chess. You're a total thoroughly horrific human being! Oh my god! I can't do it! I cannot! No, I will not! Even if I did not like you, listen to me! I can pretend to listen! What is this? Eustace, why aren't you shouting objection? You always shout objection!
Objection! I won't let up, you realize that, don't you?
Why don't you just go away? You think I'm gonna trust you? I don't trust anybody anymore.
Oh, no! Oh my god. He's extremely sensitive. I can't afford to choose my words carelessly. Is he sad? Angry? He cries either way, so it's impossible to tell. I'll have to ignore his tears and concentrate on his... You're a total failure. I've noticed something over the short time we've known one another, Eustace. You're utterly worthless. Don't you think you should just start over, try to learn to be a decent human being from scratch? Ah! You... What? Calm down. I'm not done yet.
I don't care. I don't want to hear what you have to say. I don't want to hear what anybody has to say.
I pushed him too far.
No shit. Insta-KO! Insta-KO! Why don't you just leave me alone? You think I'm gonna trust you? I don't trust anybody anymore!
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful writing. You just insta-KO. You're a terrible person. Just, you deserve a game over. I'm gonna have a Timbit for that one. That was so great. Here we go. You got an achievement for that? No, I didn't. I get a pop-up whenever I get an achievement. I didn't get a pop-up.
Objection!
What? You're really going to listen to me?
Learning the truth about your father can't have been easy. I can only sympathize.
That wasn't the hard part. The hard part was losing everything I ever had in a single moment.
Aw, poor you. I won't let up. You realize that, don't you? You're mine until I say otherwise. That's so brutal. That is so brutal. It's usually an achievement. No, I didn't get anything, chat. I mean, I was playing Kingdom Hearts. Any game that I play, the achievements always pop up on my screen. They've been coming up for Ace Attorney too. For this game, I get a pop-up at the end of every chapter. It says I got an achievement for ending that chapter.
Objection!
Objection. Wait, is this what I did? I don't remember what I just fucking did. Oh, I have to keep fighting time. Right. I can't remember what I just did. The pop-up could be delayed.
Objection!
No, the pop-up's never delayed. It's always instant as soon as I achieve the achievement. I mean, I can check my Steam. Because some of the achievements that come up have like a really fun name to them. Let me see if it's like popping up on my Steam list. It didn't pop up on my computer though. It says last achievement I got was a turnabout Forsaken for completing episode 4. It's my last one.
Everything I thought I worked for, it was all a lie. So tell me, Edgeworth, what am I supposed to believe in now?
Oh, I actually feel bad. Oh no. You have to believe in yourself. You can lose face in...
Noel Garibay tipped $5. If there's anything we've learned, it's that justice is blind. And in the Court of Crystal, it reads Braille with a fist.
Fuck, sorry. No, thank you for the $5 super chat, I appreciate it.
It reads Braille with a fist. Thank you, Noel. You can lose faith in everything but yourself, but that that you have to believe in. But you don't have to do it alone. Experience I can't give you, but knowledge that I'm happy to offer. Aww. Edgeworth!
I had some time to think while I was tied up like that, and I realized something. I'm not cut out to be a prosecutor. I'm incompetent. I don't even know the right word.
I think you mean incompetent. I think the word that you're looking for is incompetent. But judging one's own competence is notoriously difficult, so I need you to trust me on something. You're getting better at this, Eustace. Day by day, inch by inch, I swear it. Oh, Miles Edgeworth! I need to ask you something. Will you help me out?
Sure. What do you want to know?
First of all, thank you for calming down. Next, I want you to tell me about your kidnapping. I need you to be as detailed as possible, Eustace. Tell me everything you remember seeing and hearing. Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been?
Of course I don't. If I did, I'd have told you already.
Okay. Why would somebody kidnap you only to take you back to your own home?
Don't you think I want to know that too? I'm the victim here. What are you asking me for? How am I supposed to know? They locked me up in that box, then locked me up in here. I was so scared.
Did you happen to overhear anything your kidnappers might have said?
I think one said, if you want to blame somebody, blame the guy who owns this house.
The owner, Eustace Wiener? The owner of this house? That's your father, isn't it?
I guess it is. Huh? Oh, I get it. The kidnappers were people who hated my dad.
He got it! All by his big self! That's not it, at least not based on what else we know of the situation, but there was some kind of link between the kidnappers and Wiener Sr. That could be a clue. He got somewhere. Do you have any idea what somebody might have wanted to kidnap you?
What do you mean? Why does anybody kidnap anybody for a ransom, right?
I'll need a clue. Okay. Back to the first one. Do you have any idea who your kidnappers might have been?
Of course I do.
Your captor wanted you easily at hand, and where you could be more convenient than one's own home.
I hate to break it to you, Eustace, but the kidnapping was ordered by your father.
What? You don't think he wanted me out of the way? That was he was gonna kill me.
Of course not. What good would that have done him? His own son dead in the family garage. He would have instantly have become the prime suspect.
You're right. Okay, so why did he have me kidnapped?
It won't have been for a ransom, not his own son. That wouldn't make sense. So his motive for the kidnapping must have been something else. This could be an important clue. Why would somebody kidnap their own child if they were planning on demanding a ransom?
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
Did anything odd happen during the kidnapping?
No, I just answered their stupid question and then they grabbed me.
What did they ask you? What did they ask you?
Stop glaring at me like that! What was it again? Yeah, they asked me if I knew Gavel.
Of course, things are starting to fall into place now. Your father, his goal wasn't to kidnap you. He was out to kidnap Judge Gavel's son, Shaun Fenn, because he wanted to force her honor into declaring Warden Lagarde's not guilty.
Wait, Gavel has a son? And it was also the guard would be found not guilty.
I think you were mistaken for Shaun, and that's why you were kidnapped.
What? You mean I went through all of that by mistake? Wait, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, that would explain the part where... No, it's nothing! I'm nothing! I'm useless, meaningless! Just go! Just leave me alone!
I think I pushed him as far as he can reasonably be pushed. I have to calm him down and get him to tell me what it is he just remembered. Judging by his fragile demeanor, I'd say that he's still suffering considerably. I need to help him get back on his feet. You remembered something just now. What was it?
I didn't remember anything. All I remember is him.
Your father. Stop hitting yourself, sweetie.
No! I didn't mean to bring him up. I'm nothing compared to him. I never been made a prosecutor if he didn't help me.
I've been wanting to ask about that for some time. Why did you become a prosecutor?
What do you mean? You think it too, don't you? That I wasn't meant to be one? That I'm not good enough?
But I'm good enough? That's a flex. I don't want to flex. I'm just...
Say something!
You chose this path. Why? You must have a reason.
It's not like that. There's no big reason behind it all. The reason is stupid and dumb and not important.
I know that already. Oh my god.
It's stupid. It probably doesn't mean much to anybody except me.
I've often felt the same about my own reasons for becoming a prosecutor.
You have? But you're a real one, a good one, a success. Oh. Even my dad, the chairman of the committee, said so.
You wanted your father's approval? I can well understand that. The great Scanardo, thank you for the 9 months, I appreciate it.
You can? I thought if I became the best prosecutor out there, he'd finally accept me for who I am. I just wanted to
not be useless.
You're not covering for your father in any way, are you?
No, I won't cover for him ever again. I mean, why would I after what he's done?
Because you want to be of use? You have a strong desire to be of use to him, so he'll approve of you. Is that fair to say?
I mean, why can't I be just once in my stupid life? Why can't I make it better? Why can't I clean his name?
It's clear his name. It isn't possible to clean a name, Eustace, but you can clear one.
I never knew that.
In your father's case, though, it's going to be hard. His crimes continue, as your kidnapping shows. Knowing that, do you still think that you can help him?
What else do I have? What else am I supposed to do?
Why don't you be the better man and rise above the father who made a fool of you? Stare him straight in the eyes and stop him from committing any more crimes.
Hey, you're right. I'll prove him wrong about me. I'll prove him wrong about everything.
That seems to have calmed him down. I just need to get him to tell me what happened to the evidence. Let's see if I can't give him the courage he'll need to stand up to his father. The key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them?
No, that's not what happened. You haven't heard my side of the story.
Okay.
I thought I was putting them in the safest place there was. What did I do? But what did I do?
Okay. What's the connection between your father and Warden Lagarde?
I don't know much about that.
You can't think of anything? Even the smallest morsel could be a valuable clue.
I think they maybe worked together once, and
what else? And what is it? What else have you remembered?
I think she got the job at the prison because my dad recommended her.
And did he have any particular reason to recommend her?
I guess he thought that she was good at her job, unlike me. I think they knew each other from back when he was the chief prosecutor.
What was he like back then? Was he different?
Oh, he was amazing. There wasn't a piece of evidence he didn't know or a case file he hadn't read.
An intimate knowledge of cases and the evidence pertaining to them. That could be an important clue. If you're covering for him, you're an accomplice. Anyway, key pieces of evidence from the Lagarde trial failed to make it to the courtroom. As the prosecutor in charge, they were your responsibility. Did you misplace them somehow?
No, that's not what happened! You haven't heard my side of the story!
He's drowning in his own self-doubt again. I'd better send out a lifeboat and bring him in. A lifeboat. I think I know what you thought would be the safest place possible with your father. Isn't that correct?
He told me it would all be safe with him. He said that there was nowhere safer.
I'm afraid he betrayed your trust. And in the ugliest way possible.
He got rid of it? Why, Dad? What were you thinking?
He wanted to mess with the trial. I'll just say it. Your father wanted to obscure the truth in order to ensure that Warden Lagarde was declared innocent. There is no easy way to say this, Eustace. He used you.
There's a chance that the evidence is still in Chairman Wiener's possession. And we still don't know where Shaun is. We need to get back out there and find him.
It's all my fault. What do I do now?
I can't stand by and watch him like this. He's had a brutal collision with a reality he never even knew existed. I should ask him what he needs to do now. Perhaps I can even help him figure that out. Oh. Maybe this is fate, and maybe my job is to point him in the right direction. Do you mean to continue working as a prosecutor, Eustace?
I don't even want to think about that yet. After all, I only ever became one because of my dad. I probably shouldn't even think about carrying on, should I?
Only you can answer that. The only person who can answer that question is you. Yes, Edgeworth's job is always to point. True. Only you can decide what path you choose to walk.
Then, I don't want to stop being a prosecutor. If I give up now, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. I just know it.
So he intends to see this through. I'll bear that in mind. Do you mean to be like your father? Do you continue to ignore the truth?
Come on, give me a break, will you? Can a guy get a glass of human kindness when he needs one?
The milk of human kindness? Are you talking about the milk of human kindness? I'm afraid that's not quite how the phrase is used. I like how we're just educating him.
It's not?
Listen, talking with you like this, it's helpful for me too. There was a time where there were truths I didn't want to face up to either. But a good friend taught me the error of my ways. Oh man, we gotta bring up that man yet again.
That's nice, but I don't have anybody like that. I don't have a gay best friend. I can be that person for you. Ah!
If you could muster the courage to try to find your feet again, I'd be very happy to help.
You would?
Only if you really mean to try.
I don't want to be like my dad.
You want to be better than him, don't you? Yes, Eustace, I see it now. He's told me that he wishes to be better than his father, and that he wishes to remain a prosecutor. I'll take that to mean that he wants to be a different kind of prosecutor than his father. That's why he wants to be chief prosecutor. That's beautiful.
He was inspired by Eustace Wiener?
Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. That's the first important decision he's ever made for himself, and it tells us where he means to go next. Wow. Of all characters to get inspired by. What now, Eustace?
First I'm gonna give this stupid jacket back. I don't deserve to wear it. My dad always said that clothes make you a man, but I'm no man.
It's clothes make the man. It's clothes make the man, Eustace.
It is? Thanks, Edgeworth. I'm learning a lot from you today.
That's good to hear. Now, about that jacket, why don't we make you into a prosecutor worthy of it?
Alright, let's do it. Let's make it so nobody ever makes fun of me again.
I don't like either of those options.
How do I get there?
Tell me, what do I need to do? I just don't know. I just don't know.
If only he'd remembered his own words from a few minutes ago. The transition he made, the decision that he made, should serve as a good guide as to what he should do next. You'll be a different kind of prosecutor. You want to remain a prosecutor, but walk a different path from your father, correct? It won't be easy, but the path you have chosen is that of the true prosecutor. And now that you have chosen it with the time, when the time comes, you'll know exactly what to do. Peak writing. Parallel. Complete. Oh my god. That's, that is a very unexpected parallel. Obviously, it started in the last case and I saw it right away. But it keeps going! You're lucky. I myself still haven't quite decided what to do with my life. But you have, and it's a choice that you made all on your own. All you have to do is believe in yourself and in the path that you've chosen. Mistaken for Shaun and kidnapped by his own father underlings, and losing his belief in himself as a prosecutor after his father stole his evidence. He's been through so much in the span of a single day, more than I can imagine. It took a little longer than I thought it would, but that's checkmate. Oh my god. Damn. I have to say that, I think it was like a few VODs ago, I saw someone comment on something that I completely disagree with. They said that having played Apollo Justice Trilogy first ruined this game's, like, impact, and I could not disagree more. Like, just because I know that Edgeworth becomes chief prosecutor has absolutely zero bearing on the impact of this game. Zero. None. Nada. It literally doesn't fucking matter. I just severely disagree with that sentiment. And I'm surprised a lot of people liked it, because I was like, no, it doesn't fucking matter at all. Because, like, I've said this many times before, because it has nothing to do with the destination. Like, it has nothing to do with how Edgeworth ends up. It has everything to do with the journey on how you get there, though, because that is what I find so beautiful. And it makes me able to see these parallels in the current moment right now that the writing is doing. And it's if anything, it's been probably the same exact experience. It has no impact at all. I don't think you need to play these games in order whatsoever. Like, you're gonna have a good experience no matter what or what order you play these games. Could not disagree more with that comment. I don't think I've ever seen him move so fast. He's particularly speedy when it comes to running away from things, it seems. Edgeworth can relate. Uh-oh, we only got 45 more minutes. We better catch in with Fender. He'll want an update on what we've discovered. And we need to know what's going on over at the courthouse. Eustace ran off, right? Isn't he supposed to be the prosecutor in charge? We're just updating Fender. Nothing else will change. Francisco will continue with the prosecution. Is that really all right, though? It's going to have to be, like you said. Like you say, Eustace ran off. How's it going in here? Oh boy.
I hate to be a stickler for the details, but let's go over this one more time. No murder weapon means no conclusive proof means no conviction. That's all there is to it. That makes no sense. The lack of a murder weapon doesn't prove your client's innocence. Don't make me come over there and whip it into you. Eddie, darling, how much longer is this gonna take? It's almost as if you're trying to drag this out for as long as possible. Sorry, Beeves, it's our friend, the prosecutor over there. She's stubborn as a freaking mule. Oh my god, these two. Give me a satisfactory explanation. Or just have to keep whipping you until you can. Seriously? I've already taken more licks than I've had birthdays. Come on, Miles, what's taking so long? I'm happy to buy you some time and all, but I'm taking a beating here. Fender. Alzarino, boy, am I ever glad to hear your voice. How are things on your end? Can this even happen in a real court of law? I'm pretty sure you can't just, like, answer the phone in the middle of a court session. But they continuously do it in Ace Attorney. Like, this ain't the first time, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. But this is, like, the, what, 4th, 5th time that they've done this in the franchise. Sweet, and the knife and the chisel? Unfortunately, he entrusted both to his father's care, which means that Chairman Wiener is the only person who knows where they are. Why would he? We're not quite sure of the specifics just yet, but we do know that Chairman Wiener and Warden Lagarde have some sort of connection that they'd rather others didn't know about. Alright, guess the next move will be to get Excelsius Wiener on the stand. Best to hear the deets from the proverbial horse's mouth, right? I'll keep looking for the missing evidence. And for Shaun. Shake a leg, will you, big guy? Can't keep this one going for the judges much longer. We're a gnat's whisker from a verdict here. I wonder how long Judge Gavel's nerve can hold. This can't be easy for her. We'll need to hurry. Yeah, Phoenix was going through the same shit, except Phoenix had to go over this over a 2-day period. Way worse than a few hours, buddy. How are things over at the Courtroom of Doom? They're going to call Chairman Wiener to the stand. Who knows how that will go for them? He's already stooped to evidence stealing and kidnapping. What else is he capable of? Exactly. Perhaps we should look over any evidence we have relating to him just in case it might help. All right, leave it to me. Presenting a hot new piece of evidence, fresh from the evidence oven. The gloves. Yes, I was thinking about those. Anything else? What about the case file from the IS-7 incident? Chairman Wiener was involved in that. Yes, he helped suppress the evidence. It's probably a good idea to have the notes on hand. And do we have anything else? We sure do. Last but far from least, there's this. Your Yatagarasu pin, Kay. I asked for evidence related to Chairman Wiener. Can you please try and take this seriously? Says the guy who spends his life presenting people with evidence that has nothing to do with anything. Okay. That's different! Yo, Mr. Wiener! That's Eustace. Hey, what are you doing here? Rude, he totally ignored me. What was he doing in the big building, I wonder? Let's go inside and see if we can figure out what he's up to. Good idea. The hatch is wide open. Maybe Eustace opened it. Did Eustace really come down here? Mr. Edgeworth, look! It's open. I guess maybe he did come down here. We better take a closer look. Someone bought the big monkey. Fucking why? Okay, no new dialogue. The trial must be either so awkward or very entertaining. I just imagine it's very stressful because I will never forget the feeling of 2-4. I was stressed out the entire case. It's just probably the most stressful, tense court hearing ever. I don't think it's funny or awkward. I just think it's fucking stressful. Oh shit. Yeah, the ring that was around Bronco Night. That did stand out to me too, and I still don't understand why it existed. There's some stuff left in the safe. I think we better take a look. The owner will just have to forgive our prying. Document? A photo. What's this paperwork about? Let's take a closer look. You were right, darling. There's some sort of connection between Knight and Canis. As you know, we've been trying to find out who Canis plays his silly correspondence chess games with. Well, now we know. I'll be pulling Knight into my office for a thorough grilling tomorrow. And I'll make that worm admit that he's Canis's lackey if it's the last thing that I do. So, you do your bit too and retrieve the package we laid to rest 12 years ago. I'm sure it's still right in front of the planter where we left it. Seems to be a report, some sort of report on Knight. Must be from right around the time he was killed. We know that Knight was killed while being interrogated in the prison warden's office. I think we can safely assume that this document was written by Phi Lagarde. I'm just really glad that the ring is relevant because it really bothered me in the second case. Who was it written for? I guess whoever owns the safe? And I'd say that that's likely to be the auctioneer, Excelsius Wiener himself. Proof that they really did know each other. And not only that, it proves another connection. Lagarde and Wiener were trying to flush out Mr. Canis's henchmen. Oh, you mean Bodhiammer Canis, right? The assassin guy with the soft spot for dogs? Something links the three of them. Something they don't want anybody to know. I don't know yet, but I suspect it has something to do with this case. Yeah, at this point, you kind of do forget that President Zhang Fa died. Just a reminder. The ring, finally. Your chess set and your ring are here too. The missing knife and chisel might be here too. No dice. There's nothing here apart from Mr. Knight stuff. Maybe Useless Wiener... Oh, Eustace. Oh my god, I can't believe I just called him that. Maybe he already took it from the safe? Maybe he already took it. He left unfinished business behind him. I think we need to find out what it was. I can't go down, can I? Okay, we can only go out. I'm not in my bully arc. Could I interest you into you two in some cotton candy? Shelly the Killer. Yeah! Shelly the Killer is so back, baby! I have ice cream too, but if I recall correctly, you weren't much of a fan. Yeah, cue the music. Let's go, let's go! By the way, President Zhang Fa is dead, but you've definitely forgotten by this point. Hold on. I've been waiting for Shelly to kill her to come back for 4 cases. I'm gonna have myself a Timbit for that. I'm so happy. I wonder if he took the evidence. Wait! If he's the one... Wait, no, wait. Previously, I had thought Shelly the killer would have kidnapped the son. But would he make a mistake like that? I don't think he would. I don't think he would have made a mistake like that. So, he's a professional, man. So now we gotta think about him differently. All I remember is he told us that his hit job was Bronco Knight. But he found out the truth. He ran away. We don't know what that was. But maybe it had to be important enough to where, like, he actually didn't end up killing Bronco Knight himself. But that's what he said in the first case. He said his hit target was supposed to be Bronco Knight. Unless I am terribly remembering that wrong. But I'm pretty sure I remember that right. Oh, look, I'm just trying. Anyway. It's wonderful to see you looking so well, Mr. Edward. What are you doing here? It's just as I said, I'm selling cotton candy. Yay. Can I really not interest you in some parting clouds, it's called? Very apt. Sweeter than death itself and so delicious. You'll feel you're parting the clouds en route to heaven. He's the last person on earth I'd accept candy from. Do it. Do it, Edgeworth. I was hoping to ask you a little about my little message. Did you manage to figure it out? Emma Smug. Ooh, I like this emote. Also, I've never seen this Phoenix dancing one. Phoenix, please. Oh, because you just added it. Oh, okay. I missed that entirely. Oh. Have you been watching us this whole time? Watching you? No, I prefer to think I've been watching over you. He's been stalking us. Yes! Hold it! I mean, thank you so much for the membership! Thanks! Wild Bard. Anyway, the stand here really is the most marvelous little vantage point. How are the two things any different, and what does he want with us? The president's murder, was that you? Oh, no, my contract elapsed a little while ago. He was rather famous among us assassins, you know? The man no one could kill, notoriously stubborn despite multiple attempts over the years. Oh, so whenever the president was scared for his life, it was actually not a publicity stunt. He was actually getting murdered, okay. And it wasn't just his brawn that kept him safe. He used bodyguards, body doubles, you name it. I thought he was kidding about that. He clearly was not kidding about that. Okay, it was not a publicity stunt. Certainly wasn't his brawn that kept him safe. Sadly, this time his bodyguards were nowhere to be found. After Miss Rook died to save him too. It wasn't me. I do not kill without good reason. See, this is why we like him. He's a classy killer. He's a killer and it's bad, but he's classy about it. And you know what? Who doesn't love a good class? Which is something else I have to be grateful to Mr. Rook for. Thanks to him, I avoided killing someone entirely unworthy of my attention. What a way to put it, bro! Unworthy of my attention. What a fucking giga chat. The person who hired me deliberately misled me as to the identity of my target. Oh, he mad. A betrayal of trust, for which I won't soon forgive them. Spicy. That is why I'm currently doing all I can to track them down. And do you know what I think? I think you and I are looking for the same person. Whoever it was that killed the president? Is the president even dead? Is that a body double? Is the real president still alive? Now I'm questioning body doubles. I'm questioning it. He just introduced the concept of having body doubles and now I'm like, ah, fuck. Who is this person, if you don't mind me asking? Come now, I can't tell you that. It's against the rules. Revealing the identity of a client is out of the question. I'd hardly stay in business long if people couldn't trust me now, would I? But that doesn't mean that there's anything to stop me from catching up with them in my free time. What are you gonna do when you find them? Dish out a little justice for the betrayal I suffered, of course. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. What are you saying? What's gonna happen to them? I think you can imagine. This hasn't exactly been a pleasant catch-up. I think it's been super pleasant. Chat, do you think this has been pleasant? Because I think it's been great. It's been great. Yeah. Fucking love this. Shelly the Killer's back. Let's fucking go. You know, Shelly the Killer and Canis have a very similar... Anyway, so Canis hired Shelly the Killer. No, he would be in the same organization. Maybe they're both they're both assassins. So maybe like assassins, you know, you would assume they work alone. Assassins wouldn't work together. Usually it's like a solo job. I would assume it's like a solo job. So it's either they are best friends or they hate each other's guts. I think that they hate each other's guts. Okay, but it's a fact that assassins gotta know other assassins. He's gotta know the business. Shelly the Killer knows about Canis. There is absolutely something there. So, Mr. Knight...
Sky Nathanson tipped $9.99. What if they were lovers? What if they're ex-lovers?
Thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate it, Sky. What did he say before? I don't know if I can go up enough. I want to figure this out. So, the he that he's referring to is the president. He was famous among us assassins, the man that no one could kill. With multiple attempts over the years. Canis probably at one point was trying to. And since he's in jail, maybe he... Can you hire another assassin? Okay. That's weird. An assassin hiring another assassin. That sounds kind of weird. But you're in jail, so I guess it makes sense. If you're an assassin hiring another assassin to do your work. That doesn't seem... That can't be. That seems way too weird. Anyway. I should leave you completely in the dark. I shouldn't leave you completely in the dark. There's something you want to know. Our mutual friend, body harmer, Kenneth, he escaped 3 days ago. Oh. Great. He said our mutual friend. Three nights ago, to be precise, his cell was suddenly simply empty. Almost as if he knew I was coming to pay him a visit. Oh! Ooh! The killer went to visit the Canis in the prison. Lovers, the killer destroyed the bussy. Okay, stop. Ban that guy. Does that mean that he's the person the killer is looking for? So, Canis... I'm gonna assume that it's Canis that betrayed the killer. Of course that would piss him off. Because the Canis is a brutal assassin. But the killer is a classy assassin, okay? The battle of the assassins. Now, I'd better not take up any more of your time. We'll be seeing one another again soon, I'm sure. No, don't leave. Let's both keep up the good work, shall we? We'll run our target to the ground in the end. First a killer, now Canis. 2 assassins on the loose. That's great. Andy and Diane forced me to say it. Can you prove that? That sound. It's Judge Gavel's cell phone. What? Shaun? How's it going, Miles? What? What? Sorry? Whoever it is using a voice changer, but he's using my first name. Miles? That's too personal, man. That's too personal. It's your friend in the red raincoat, of course, but you're using my first name. You're the one who abducted Kay. Well, figured out, Mr. Genius Prosecutor. I can't hear, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. Where's the speakerphone button? I was as surprised as anybody when she lost her memory like that. Talk about a curveball. I'm standing right here, you know. But never mind all that. I called to talk about something else. There's something I need to tell you. Truth is, I was the one who made big bad Chairman Wiener kill little Miss Rosie Ringer. This must be the person that the killer was talking about. I also called to say thank you. I neither want nor need your thanks. You deserve them anyway. Guess the penny didn't drop yet, huh? You're right, I abducted Kay, as you put it, but why would I do that? Because I needed you to help me make sure that Wiener got caught. If Kay was a suspect, you'd have to look into it. And if you looked into it, you'd be sure to unmask him eventually, and after all, you're a genius. Everything worked out exactly like I planned. Oh, but there's something else you should know. Something you didn't figure out. It wasn't Wiener who kidnapped Judge Gavel's boy. How do you know about that? You and the good judge are more similar than you know. I think you might even be becoming friends. No, we're not. No, no. She visited you at the detention center, right? Seems pretty pally to me. This person knows everything about me. I'm so uncomfortable. How could they possibly know about all of this shit? She didn't even use her real name when she visited. She pretended to be Detective Gumshoe. Okay. Anyway, you want to know how I knew about the kidnapping? That one's nice and simple, at least. Because sweet, innocent little Shaun is here with me right now. Oh. Okay. Sounds like that one was a real surprise. If only I could see your faces. Well, Kay, what do you say? Why don't you come and steal him back, just like you said you would? You wouldn't want the amazing Yatagarasu's first commission to be a failure, would you? What? They even know about that? How can they possibly know so much? Oh, don't get the wrong idea about dear old Excelsius, by the way. Papa Wiener's still a villain through and through. He wanted to kidnap Shaun. I just got there first. Okay, what? You're bragging about that? Okay. I kidnapped him first. So, there were 2 kidnapping plots. Woo, what a bunch of clowns. His goons kidnapped his own son by mistake. Is Shaun really there with you? Prove it. Put him on the phone. Oh, he's here, but I'm afraid I can't do that. He's sleeping. So sweet. Then why should we believe you? You might not be the kidnapper at all. Look, if you don't want to believe me, that's up to you. What do you want? What's the end game? Are you just trying to get Lagarde acquitted? Nope. I couldn't care less about whether they find her guilty or not. This is like... Huh? This is like 5 different operations happening at the same time. I don't understand. So there's one person that's blackmailing to make Lagarde innocent, but then this person got a completely different shit going on. What? What? If this isn't Canis, I don't know who the fuck else this would be on the phone. He would call me by Miles. He's got enough, like, people around to give him intel and information shit. He got a lot of, like, goonies. I don't know what you call them. He got a lot of goonies. This has to be Candace on the phone. So, whoever it is, they're not after the same thing as Chairman Wiener. My endgame is going to have to stay a secret for now. Alright, nice talking to you. You kids have fun, okay? Don't think for 1 second you'll get away with this. Oh, don't worry, I'm counting on you at least trying to track me down. That'll be half the fun. Not that I rate your chances of bringing me to justice very highly. Jesus Christ. Who was that? I wish I knew, but they didn't give us enough to figure that out deliberately, I imagine. So we really have nothing to go on? That's not fair. They sure knew a whole lot about us. Indeed, they did. You're right. It was uncanny how much they seemed to know. How is it possible that they were party to so much privy? Like they were privy to so much that happened in private? Whatever. Right? They knew everything about the whole kidnapping situation too. We need to figure out how. Where were they getting their information from? Let's consider this carefully. What were the things that they knew? I don't know. I've deduced it was Canis. If it's not Canis, I don't know who the fuck else it'd be. It all has to do with detention center stuff, which was where Canis was. And then he escaped. So it would have to be... If it's not him, I'm quitting. See, there's only one possible answer, Edgeworth says. I can only think of one person too, and I'm really hoping I'm right. Listening. Well... following? Listening? They can't physically follow. You know what? I have nothing to lose. I'll just say listening first. They must have been able to hear us. It's the only possible answer. Think about what the kidnapper said. This just happened. Her phone is bugged? Wait, is that my court record? The bug must have been hidden in her phone? That's not my court record, though. Oh, wait, what? What did I have on me at that point? At that point? What did we have at that point? Oh, hey! That's kind of cool. That's the whole... Okay. Pocket chess set and a ring that were found in the safe. Okay. Oh my god. Sorry, my door.
No!
Okay, hello. Oh, Chad, why are you cleaning? Hello. Welcome on in, Edward. Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome on in, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome. All right, we're gonna get through. We're gonna get through this case. Well, we won't finish it today, but we're gonna get through it. We're on case 5 if you're joining us in right now. That didn't make sense at all. That was not a sentence. This case got a lot going on, man, as like every case 5 thing does, honestly. I truly do not remember what I had on my person at the time of when Judge Gavel came, but like at the same time I only remember, like, I thought it would have been the phone, but I don't know if I have a piece of evidence that points to the phone specifically. I don't think that I do, but... That's definitely not the president. It's a body double. I'm calling it. His body was found on set. No, it was definitely his body double found on set. You can't convince me otherwise. You're brushing your teeth? Yeah, you should brush your teeth. Good job. I'm proud of you. Hold on. Okay. The bug hidden in the pin, that'd be wild.
Did I even have this at that point? Yeah. Wait, I did, didn't I? Wait. I could just give it a try. I mean, it's worth. They did kidnap Kay for a second, so like, yeah, it's actually possible.
Take that!
Huh. Smart. What a smart-ass bitch. Yeah, she was gone. That's the time to do it, actually. That's why I only had one thing in the prison at the time. Interesting. Can I take a closer look at your badge?
No, it's mine! Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, sure, you're a great thief's assistant now, but that doesn't mean you get to wear the pin right away. You have to earn it. I don't want to wear it. I want to check it for bugs.
Let's take a look, shall we? I mean, I did look at it a couple times, actually, before. Oh, now they let me do that. Okay. So I was right. Whoever it is we're dealing with, they came into close contact with you recently. Precisely, which made me think that the bug must be in one of your possessions. But they also overheard my conversation with Judge Gavel when she visited me, something that would have been impossible if I didn't have the bug on my person at the time.
So you thought back over what they let you keep hold of when they locked you up?
Yes, and all the case evidence I was carrying had been confiscated, meaning the only thing it could have possibly been was on your pin.
So they were listening to us the whole time? And they even heard everything we said?
I suppose so. Everything you do with the case and more. This case and more.
They're probably listening to what we're saying right now.
That may... yes.
Hey, jerkface! Okay. Eavesdropping coward! Why don't you come out and show yourself?
What was that sound? Oh, God.
Ouch, dang it. It's Tabby.
Y'all sure know how to surprise a girl. I gotta shout that loud without a word of warning. Made me jump halfway out of my skin.
Sorry. It's not you so ornery anyhow. Get a load of this. Seriously, it'll make your blood boil. I'm all ears.
I wonder if we might be better off keeping it to ourselves, Kay. Assuming that we don't want to be all over the front page of tomorrow's paper, that is.
Thanks. Nearly walked right into that.
Oh, come on. You're all no fun at all. I was counting on you opening up and spilling the beans all over this here plaza. I'd better switch off the bug before I forget.
I need to stop getting evidence. Stop giving me evidence. I'm getting too much. So, did y'all find that there kidnapped kitty?
Speaking of which, the child you saw being taken away. Wasn't this boy in the photo?
Nah, that ain't him.
Broski, I showed you this picture before. What do you fucking mean? I had to show you this picture for you to tell me that they kidnapped someone. And now? This lady's a fucking dumbass. The kid I saw looked dumber than mud, even if he did have on some fancy school. No prizes for guessing who she means. So Miss Lloyd managed to confuse matters once again. I think we better take another look around. Back to square one. Ooh, I fucking love square one. Hopefully we'll turn up some new information soon. I don't think there's been a break. Has there? We've been playing for like 2.5 hours of this case, and it is still like this. It is still we haven't had a to be continued, I think, today. There are only 20 minutes left until 2. Are we gonna make it in time? No, we're not.
I just had a thought. It's about the phone call. There was a weird noise in the background. She's right. We heard a loud bang right at the end. Would that provide a hint as to the kidnapper's location? A loud bang, you say? I see. Will you stop eavesdropping? Boy, you never get any cuddlier, do you, Ruffles? I guess I'll need to speak with Miss Lloyd, as much as I don't want to. I want to speak to Will Powers again. Oh, Gumshoe! What are you doing? Why is he on all fours? Gummy, why are you running away from us? He hates us. Detective Gumshoe? When you gave up your badge, sir, I didn't know what to do with myself. Oh. I thought if you weren't gonna be a prosecutor anymore, maybe I shouldn't be a detective. Oh my gosh! I was wrong. Even if you're not around, I'll always be a detective. My job will always be to investigate crimes. And us detectives don't just investigate when prosecutors ask us to. We have to be able to look into stuff ourselves. Is that what you were doing just now? And back then, too. Oh, Gumshoe. Oh. So, Rosie Ringer's autopsy report. I went down to the detention center to see how Kay was doing. He overheard this conversation? He overheard it. He was there? I went back and looked over the evidence, dug out a little something I thought might help. No way, Gummy, you're the best! I'd be in prison right now if it wasn't for you. My pleasure, kid. Good to see you got your memory back, by the way. Anyway, like I said, I'm investigating stuff for myself these days, and that's that. Oh. And he's leaving. We get it. You can look into stuff for yourself now. That's great. And it helped me right when I needed it most. He's so sad. Right now, we need you to work with us. I'm no longer a prosecutor, or indeed in anything. But we're investigating a case regardless. And I ask you this not as a prosecutor, but as a friend. Detective Gumshoe, will you help us? The bell! The bell! My heart can only handle so much. Oh, stop it, sir. You're killing me here. He called him a friend, and he also bowed. All right, I'll do it. Just stop bowing and being nice to me. It's weird. Gummy! Thank you, detective. So, what do you need? Oh. Can you tell us what you've discovered in the course of your investigations? Yes, sir. Sure I can. All right, so I got 3 big things to tell you. Here goes. Number 1, I've got some results for you from when forensics looked at Kay's clothes. They found traces of what looked like to be a powerful sedative. Brand was, oh god, not 3 Z's, man. I guess that's what she was drugged with at Gorge Lake, before she was taken to the roof of the big building. Sure seems that way. Now for number 2. I got hold of all the footage from that security camera in front of the big building elevator. The camera that captured President Wang and Judge Gabble that night. The elevator is usually the only way of getting up onto the roof, correct? And therefore, anyone using it should have been caught on camera? That's right. So, winding the tape back 2 nights ago, we should have been able to see Kay being carried up there while she was out cold. Did you spot me, Gummy? I watched it all on fast forward, everything from 2 days ago till the end. And Nothing. No sign of Kay anywhere. Oh. I thought it was too good to be true. So how did the kidnapper get her up there? I think we'll need to look into that in a little bit more detail. And the last item on your list? Yes, sir. This is the big one. The third thing I have to tell you is it's great to be working with you. I hope you catch this perp if it's the last thing that I do. And that about wraps it up. Oh. I put you through a lot, detective, but that doesn't mean I can start going easy on you. I can't. Everything is so sweet. That's the big one, as you put it? It doesn't even have anything to do with the case. Oh, yeah, okay. This is normal. They need to be mean to each other. Yeah, Edgeworth, yeah. That's what Gumshoe wanted. He wanted Gumshoe. He thought that Miles was too weird for being nice, so. I would have preferred something of practical use. There we go. There we go. Slip right back into this old dynamic. No mercy, huh? Guess I shouldn't have expected any less. Thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. There we go. Everything's normal. Everything's normal. A boy has been kidnapped. We need your help to find him. Kidnapped? His name is Shaun Fenn. The kid with the horns? You know him? I saw him earlier today. This morning. He got off that bus over there, and then he walked off toward the garbage disposal area. Just over there. It's where all the offices in the big building put their trash before it gets taken away. Where he went after that, I couldn't tell you. I had to leave right after around then. I think we better take a closer look at this garbage disposal area. Thank you, Gumshoe. Here's Kay's pen. It's pretty cool. Almost as cool as your prosecutor's badge. The badge you don't have anymore. Hey, don't let it get you down, Gummy. It's not all bad, you know? Think about it this way. Now somebody else will be in charge of your salary review. Somebody else? Oh!
Why does that make him cry? Huh? Did we just get, like, the ultimate plot twist that all along Gumshoe's pay is actually pretty good? Maybe. He misses the salary cutting noises. Oh, maybe he was into it. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Gumshoe. Alright, I'll get the annoying one out of the way.
How about that? A little help from little old me and y'all make a great giant leap to solving the case. Closer? Sure, if by closer you mean we wound up going after the completely wrong kidnap victim.
She must have barely looked at the photo at all.
Oh, really? Here I thought I'd given y'all the tip of the century. My bad.
It's not your fault. It's ours for putting our trust in unreliable sources. We'll just have to learn not to do that again.
Hey, that ain't nice. I don't gotta give it y'all no tips at all, you know. And I won't, not if you're gonna be like that. All right, fine. Maybe just this one, but only because I got a real scoop for y'all this time.
This should be good. Are we actually gonna get a real scoop?
Hi, Dom!
Get so excited when Dom shows up. I'm not expecting much, but you got my attention. What is this scoop of yours?
Proof, that's what. Proof that Torosaurus really is real.
Kate, we're leaving.
Wait. I ain't lying, I swear. Sure, it's hard to believe, but it's true.
We don't have time for this, but we also don't have much else to go on, so, I suppose... What kind of proof? Did you capture something on your tape recorder?
Ooh, you're good, Ruffles. Sharper than gosh dang tap. I captured the sound of the big old beastie breathing fire is what I captured.
I was hoping for something a little bit better than that.
Don't make that face, dang it. I ain't lying. Listen for yourself and tell me it ain't true. All right, ready? It's fire breathing time, dang nabbit. What? There, well... Kinda hard to tell over the shouting, but it could have been something breathing fire, maybe? Tell me, Miss Lloyd, did you see this fire-breathing something with your own eyes? Well, not exactly with my eyes as such. Being as how I wasn't precisely close by when it happened. Surely the real Torosaurus would be pretty hard to miss, no matter how far away you were standing? Well, see, I was far away, but also recording via what you might call non-standard means. Oh? Would you mind explaining what you mean? I really dug myself a hole here, huh? Uh-huh. Illegal? Do you mean to say illegal? My could have rigged me up a little wireless intercept hoping to do a little scoop detecting. Illegal. Got it. That's so sad. Poor insect. Oh god. Not an insect, an intercept. She was listening out for radio signals. It would have allowed her to listen in on any nearby transmissions. Me and the chief been down here at the big building sniffing around these last couple days. Looking into Miss Hart's tip about the underground auction, I assume. Which would mean that you've been listening in on all the radio signals in the area. Sure have, which is how I wound up hearing the most thunderous, ear-splitting noise you ever did hear. The pounding of fade, the electricity in the air, this was it, Torosaurus at last! You made up everything except the roaring sound, didn't you? The long and short of it is that you didn't actually see anything, correct? I don't need to see things. I'm a writer, you hear? Anyway, I can't listen until down the line comes. Your pal there's voice hollering fit to beat the band. Huh? Our apologies for that. Huh. I'm sure Kay didn't mean to bull you over with our little outburst. I assume it was as shocking as it was because you didn't hear it directly. It came through your headphones while you were listening to the signal from the bug, didn't it? What? Are you saying she planted it? No, I ain't into no bugging, just a little lighthearted intercepting is all. Would you mind if we borrowed the tape of what you recorded? Do what you danged well, please. This is totally and completely legal. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth! Why is she here now? What the fuck? Mr. Saint, Miss Berry. How's the search going? Did you find him? Not yet. Poor Shaun. Oh, nothing. It's just a slip of the tongue. I guess they still don't know anything about the kidnapping. We did manage to find Eustace, yes. Oh, that's great. Thanks so much. Now maybe they won't arrest me again. Yeah, totally. Everybody keeps showing up. And Will Powers just has a permanent resting bitch face. Can I ask you somewhat impertinent questions, Mr. Powers? Are they planning on making any more Steel Samurai? Sorry, does this have something to do with your case? Totally. Totally. No, I was simply asking out of interest. I'm sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but they don't let us talk about this stuff with just anybody. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Dude is asking Powers to break NDA. That is so rude. You can't just ask somebody to break an NDA, okay? That is serious business. I knew it was a long shot, well, but he didn't say they weren't planning on making anything new interesting. Oh my god, Edgeworth, you are such a fucking nerd. Well, if it ain't my two newest pals, more trouble, hop in. Thank you, but we don't need to go anywhere right now. What is this emote? NDA, motherfucker. NDA. You don't gotta say nothing, buddy. I can see it written all over your face. You gotta go make a fresh start, am I right? New town, new house, new everything. Cops on your tail, wise guys, it don't matter. Just rip it all up and start again. Hop in, your new life starts right here. Just be sure to tip generously. starting to wonder why we weren't more suspicious of him the first time. True, true. How are things looking over here, officer? All good? Yes, sir. I haven't just been keeping my eyes and ears peeled, but my nose, tongue, and fingers too. It's a whole new kind of guard duty, and I must say, I'm really relishing the challenge it presents. No offense, but would you mind concentrating on more traditional methods? You're amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. How did you find Prosecutor Winter? With some serious investigative magic, that's how. It was pure luck, actually, but, never mind. You didn't even need our help, huh? That's not true! Thanks so much for joining in the search. Where did you look, by the way? Oh, this place is a little way away called Sunshine Coliseum. Do you know it? Oh yeah, we know it. Oh boy. That's over by the harbor. Yes. I remember this quite a bit. Like a festival? Oh, that sounds like fun! Wish I could have gone and checked it out! It was super fun. There were food stands and fireworks. Simon didn't really like the crowds much. You don't have to tell them that. Alrighty, it's decided. When this case is finally over, we're all going to the festival together. Oh, that's the bang. I cracked the code. She will hate the pun and not laugh unless it's Canadian. Wait, how do I know if a pun is Canadian? What constitutes a Canadian pun, Diane? It's kind of lucky you found Prosecutor Wiener so quickly. Lucky? In what way? We have to practice soon for the show. We wouldn't have been able to help for much longer anyway. A? Oh, did I say A? Egg? Timbits? Egg? Why am I getting so many casino ads? Oh, you know, because Twitch is a site that bans gambling, so it makes perfect sense. Can I just be so real that I'm actually so annoyed that the past year, the most sponsorship deals that I get are all casinos. I'd say like about 80% of the sponsorship deals that come my way are casino. Like, what the fuck is going on? There's so much more casino ads than ever before. It's really annoying. I noticed it too. It's really, really, really annoying. We wouldn't have been able to help much for longer anyway. I'm sorry to have kept you from your duties at the circus. Oh no, it's nothing to worry about, really. We were glad to help. I'll do anything if it helps make sure that they don't arrest me again. You really helped me out by finding him. I'm so relieved. Of course, just because they found him, that doesn't mean that they'll find Warden Lagarde guilty. They might still throw me in jail. No, I can't go back. I can't. Come on, Kay. Do you really have to torment the poor boy? No. Marketing that streamers people will trust. It's so weird, though. Like, do I look like the kind of channel that is gonna partner with a casino? Like, why are you reaching out to me? Wow. Me and all my friends went out looking. But you beat us to it. No fair. Her friends. I guess she means the animals. Oh boy. Today's the first public performance of your new show, correct? Yep, it sure is! We've practiced so hard for this one! So Mr. Saint will be performing? Of course! We practiced harder than anybody! Even if he did spend the whole time saying no! He even went up in the balloon to spread the word from the sky! So you have to come and see him perform, okay? It will mean so much to him! Of course, assuming we can solve this case before then. Did you say that you enlisted the help of the animals in your search? Yup! If it hadn't been Azia and Regent, we might have found something. But Simon, the big scaredy cat, was all no, and put a stop to that. So boring. If it weren't for Mr. Saint, the whole town would probably be up in uproar right now. Come on, Simon, why would you do that? Setting the whole circus loose on the city would have been super fun!
Audio tipped $5. They must look at your crystal theories and think this girl must be into gambling. Her mind is always living on the edge.
Ha! That's funny. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. It's the maple leaf shaped soul that I have. Oh, the Canadian pun thing. Maybe. Yeah. I'm sorry. To you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Sorry. Why are you apologizing to me? I'm the one person who didn't say anything. Why are they here? Alright, time to go here. So, Shaun walked off in this direction, huh? It would seem so. Perhaps we'll find some clues here as to his current whereabouts. I can put some logic together. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Oh no, he was drinking his milk. They keep it locked up tight, huh? Guess they don't want non-residents disposing of their trash here. The trash is collected at 11 a.m. Guess that's why the enclosure is empty. There was a ton of stuff here this morning. Big stuff. Today must be the day they take the big stuff away. Sure looked that way. I'll bet the big squisher machine squished it all up good anyhow. They don't do that with the larger items. They just take them away as they are. They do, huh? How do you even know that, sir? Wait, Mr. Fender's pretty keen for you to join him, right? I'll bet he sent you some kind of pamphlet on how to throw your stuff away for when you move office. You're spookily insightful sometimes, Kay, but only sometimes. Why is the music getting intense here? Because the garbage was just collected. You think? Or did somebody steal it all? I smell a crime here, Mr. Edgeworth. I certainly smell something as well, but it is really the scent of a crime. It's when something smells. It's usually the... Larry's gonna show up. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god, Larry's gonna show up. It's confirmed. Something happened to him here. I'm almost certain of it. Based on what we've seen and what Detective Gumshoe told us, I think there's a strong possibility that Shaun was abducted from the garbage disposal area. Kind of out of the way, prying eyes, huh? Why would Shaun even come here in the first place? I imagine he must have had something to dispose of. But the truck's already come and gone. Guess we'll never know what that something was now. Did you guys remember, by the way, that there's a president that died? I just wanted to remind you that there's somebody that's murdered. The game likes to, you know, forget about that. That's not important. Somebody died. Ah, it's not important. Mr. Saint, you mentioned fireworks. Fireworks? Yes, at the event at the Coliseum. Were they setting them off even during daylight hours? Oh yeah, a bunch went off while we were there. What are you thinking, Mr. Edgeworth? The loud bang we heard. What if that was a firework? It's like $6 US a gallon? Wait, what are you talking about? Gas? Are you talking about gas? I forgot that you guys use gallons of gas. I'm not used to that anymore. I think back at my home, gas is like $3.50. Like, where the fuck you live, in California? For the bang to be clearly audible over the telephone, it must have been pretty loud. Which... Oh, milk. Okay, not gas. I don't know. Oh my god, wait, $6 for a gallon of milk. That sounds insane. Jesus. That's stupid. I think you can get a gallon here for like $3. It's $3.30 in PA. Hey, that's actually pretty good gas prices. Let's go. Dang. Okay, from the fireworks heard on the phone call can be deduced that the kidnapper was near Sunshine Coliseum. Yeah, yeah. How near? If the fireworks were that loud, you could probably hear them from pretty far away. At the garbage site. Aha, aha. If the police were to lend a hand... Yeah, that's right. We gotta lead them. We still have these 3 footprints here, by the way. $2.79 down in Florida. God damn, that's really good. Dang. That's actually really not bad. That's crazy. I think that was the same price whenever I lived in the States still, so it actually hasn't gone up that much. Well, obviously, it went up really high during COVID at one point, but I guess it got back down to, like, where it was before. I remember whenever I moved from Pittsburgh, whenever I left, it was, I think, $3.20 a gallon at that time. That was 7 or 8 years ago that I left the States. That's crazy that it actually hasn't changed. Only 2 vehicles came through here this morning, the taxi and the blue truck. And Eustace was taken away in the taxi. Well, it seems that Shaun was likely abducted from the garbage disposal area. And if the garbage was collected at 11 a.m. Oh, now we know what kind of truck it was. It must have been the garbage truck. But the police officer who told us about it didn't describe it as such. He only mentioned the fact that it was blue. Some cop he was. How did he not even notice if it was one of those cool trash squishing machines? Because it wasn't. Today is a regular garbage day. It's the day that they collect larger items, for which they wouldn't use a specialized garbage truck, just a regular truck like any other. But it was a garbage truck nonetheless. But where do garbage trucks go? To the dump! Wait a second! So you're saying the kidnapper disguised themselves as a trash collector? But then the truck would probably have been fake too, so maybe it didn't go to the dump. Why are your milk vessels so huge? I like that you call them milk vessels. No, but really, it's a lot. I'm reasonably sure the garbage truck was real. How do you even figure that? Another look at the garbage disposal truck should tell us. The garbage truck must have been real. The garbage truck is real. Proof that the garbage truck was real. You don't agree? Nope. Did I get it wrong? If the truck wasn't real, the driver wouldn't have been able to collect the garbage. Wasn't there something here that proved— oh my god, this is actually so silly. It's real because it's clean. There's no garbage here. Where else would it have gone? Do I just like on the empty? It's empty. It's empty. It's empty.
Take that!
The garbage disposal area is kept locked. They'd be prepared for the job. Now, mix that in amongst all the other oversized, and the garbage collector would have taken it away, no questions asked, allowing the kidnapper to await the truck's arrival at the garbage processing facility. They could then claim to have thrown the box away by mistake and collect it without incident. All right, so where do they take the garbage after it leaves here? We have 2 possibilities. Daybreak dump. That's dumpy if I've ever seen one. Based on the loud bang that we heard on the phone call, we know that the kidnapper was somewhere in the vicinity of Sunshine Coliseum. One of the garbage facilities is right by there. I think it's likely that's where Shaun was taken, which means the kidnapper must be holding him somewhere near there. Could I ask you and your men to search the area around the garbage facility? It's not like you'd ask, sir. Feels a little flat if I'm being totally honest. Why don't you give me a good old-fashioned order, huh? Like you used to. You don't mind, even though I'm not a prosecutor anymore? I thought I told you already. A detective investigates for himself, not just for prosecutors. Thank you. Okay. Gumshoe. We need to hurry. I doubt Judge Gavel and the others can hold out much longer. I'm counting on you, Detective Gumshoe. I won't let you down, sir, but I'll put up my best guys on it. You can count on that. I promised I'd snatch Shaun from the jaws of danger, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'll head back to the courthouse. Who knows? I may be able to drag proceedings out just a little longer. All right, with me, everybody. Wait, how? Bye, Kay! How is he gonna make proceedings last longer? He's not even a prosecutor. He means nothing to this court. He's just gonna bust a nut in here as like a nobody. 2:16 p.m. Oh my god.
If it isn't our old friend, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth, hello, dear boy.
Wiener! The accused will turn and face the prosecution. I'm not done with you yet.
I already told you Francisca doesn't make sense. Why would I help her? I feel for her, of course. A woman in her prime sent to prison is enough to make a grown man cry. But to suppress evidence in order to keep her out of a jail cell? No, that's preposterous.
Objection! But we have a statement from your own son. He says he entrusted the evidence to your care.
I'm afraid I don't know what he's talking about. Or why he'd say such a thing. I don't know what's gotten into him.
Objection!
What if I could prove that you and Warden Lagarde are much more closely associated than you claim? Is he a prosecutor in this moment?
Prove? I think we've been over this, dear boy. You're an ex-prosecutor, remember? Are you even allowed in this part of the courtroom anymore?
Miles Edgeworth, I'm the one prosecuting this case. What are you thinking, barging in like this? I'm sorry, Francisca, but it's important to me. I speak on your behalf of the prosecution just briefly. Just give me a prosecution job for like 5 minutes. What are you doing? Judge Gavel had come before the court with important new evidence. I ask that you allow me to present it.
Have you lost your mind, dear boy? There's no way.
Well, the defense hopes you'll let him, G. Just saying. What's the thinking over on the prosecution side over there, Frandango? Frandango! Fine. The prosecution has no objections.
Your objections are neither here nor there. This isn't a democracy. It's a courtroom. And this is a flagrant contempt. Isn't that right, Verity?
As long as Shaun's still missing, she'll feel that she has no choice but to go along with whatever Wiener wants. If only there was some way of telling her that he might be found at any moment. Judge Gavel, I would ask only this, that you trust in me and in my assistant, just this once. Where is Kay Faraday? Searching for the most important piece of evidence of all.
Objection!
There's no more evidence to be found. You're just stalling for time.
Objection!
The most important piece of evidence of all, eh? Hey, gee, I don't know what this evidence is, but maybe we should trust in Miles' little pal. What do you say? I mean, I say little pal, but she's way more than that. She's the one and only great thief, Yatagarasu! Bender has sensed what I'm getting at least. Judge Gavel, the evidence I'm talking about, we're almost certain we know where it is. Kay is only moments away from snatching it from the jaws of danger. This is highly irregular, but I will allow it. You have my thanks.
Have you all gone completely mad?
You said that you had important new evidence? Evidence of what? Just what I said, that Warden Lagarde and Chairman Wiener are far better acquainted than he claims. Allow me to present it to you. wanna present this image. This document is a report regarding the interrogation of a certain someone. And who might that be? The late Mr. Bronco Knight. And the interrogation was to be carried out by none other than Warden Lagarde. Is that the interrogation where... Yes, where Knight was killed. This document shows Warden Lagarde planning the interrogation in which Mr. Knight was murdered. This is indeed important. Objections! Miles Edgeworth, you referred to the document in question as a report? Would you care to elaborate to whom was this report addressed? A very good question, Ms. Von Karma. The answer is the most important new revelation of all. We recovered this document from a safe in the storeroom on the 51st floor of the big building. That's the storeroom where the lots for the underground auction were kept. And an auction, if you recall, that was presided over by one Excelsius Wiener. That is to whom the report in question was addressed. Do you still mean to insist that you and Warden Lagarde barely knew one another?
I refrain from commenting on that matter for the moment, if you don't mind.
Actually, I do mind, you son of a fucking bitch, asshole. Fuck you. Fuck you!
I don't believe it's been conclusively proven that I was the auctioneer yet, has it?
Have you forgotten the events of this morning? I think I proved that fact more than adequately.
I'll admit defeat in that particular arena, yes, but that was not the courtroom. Can you prove the same thing here, my boy? That I was the ringleader, did you call it? If you can't, then well, you certainly can't prove that the report was addressed to me.
You won't wriggle your way out of this one.
So unfair. Tell him, Verity, please. I'm not being slippery at all. I'm being entirely reasonable, wouldn't you say? Unlike you, when you permitted Mr. Edward this bizarre interlude that was most unlike you. And saddening, truly it is, to see you failing in your sacred duty to the law.
Oh boy. The law.
Almost saddening enough to make me want to take drastic measures.
Drastic measure. Oh, Jesus Christ. Until a fact has been adequately proven in the courtroom, it cannot truly be considered a fact. I am afraid that I have no choice but to ask that Mr. Edgeworth's theory be struck from the record. It's no good. She has to know for certain that Shaun is safe.
I'm sorry, my boy, but what counts as truth out in the field and in the courtroom are two different things.
And you're more than willing to bend the truth in the courtroom, is that what you're saying?
Oh, you're a scurrilous soul. I'll do no such thing. I'll simply accept the court's verdict as the truth, should it choose to acquit me, as should you.
If we can't find that missing evidence, we're in trouble here.
Well, Verity, I think we've heard about all we need to. There's no way that evidence is turning up, ever. A quick not guilty, and we can all go home.
Objection!
Eustace Wiener! Yeah, get him, my boy! Woo! Yeah, that's my Eustace! Wow, what up? Yeah, get him! Go get him! Dad!
What are you doing here?
Mr. Wiener, what is the meaning of this? Where have you been? You can't just abandon your duties like that.
I'm sorry.
You are unfit to be a prosecutor. You're a complete and utter disgrace.
Why, Eustace, why can you not get it in your head? This is no place for an incompetent fool like you. Dad,
Oh. Look at him go!
I brought some vital evidence!
Oh! Look at him! He's so grown up! Look at him! He's so grown up!
So, Can I please take my place at the prosecutor's bench, pretty please?
Well, well, Eustace, this is certainly a surprise.
Objection!
Oh, Eustace, my boy, what's gotten into you? There's something different about you. What's going on? Dad, Come on, my boy, spit it out. What is it? Do you want Daddy to play catch with you? That's it, isn't it? All right, why don't you run along home and I'll be with you soon. Get back on the stand right now! Oh! You're shaking like a little leaf.
Objection!
Woo! Judge Gavel, the prosecutor in charge, has arrived along with important new evidence. This trial is far from over. Surely you can't call an end to proceedings just yet. No objections from the team defense. Eddie is in such an awkward position. And he's like, yeah, man, yeah, let's go. Thank you for the $5 super chat, I appreciate it. You hear that music? That's what character development sounds like. Yeah, it's a sweet sound of character development. We love that in this house. What is in my pants? Oh. What the heck? Oh. No, I discovered I'm wearing new pants today, and I discovered that there's like, what do you call those things? Like the string that you can tighten? I can apparently tighten the bottom of my pants. I was feeling something on my calf, and I'm like, what the hell is that? A drawstring? Yeah, it's like one of those drawstrings that has like a thing that you can like slide to make it tighter. I was like, oh, I didn't know that these pants had that. Okay, now I know what I was feeling on my calf. That sounded really weird. Only wish we could have our original team captain say that herself, though. The prosecution has no objections.
You think this farce is going to continue? There's no chance of that. None at all. Isn't that right, Verity?
He still thinks he was successful in his bid to kidnap Shaun, but we know different. Sadly, as long as the boy remains missing, nothing changes. Just Gavel's hands are still tied. Oh, she's like hyperventilating. Jesus. That sound. That's her cell phone. Huh? Mine is also ringing? I'm getting a call too. Mr. Edgeworth! Mr. Fender! Oh my god, they called everybody. They were like, call everybody! Everybody gets attention! We found Shaun! Oh, okay, can we just admire Gumshoe in this picture? His trench coat is a completely wrong color. Oh wait, he gave his original to the kid. Oh. Oh, Gumshoe looks really good in this picture. I think this is like one of the best pictures of Gumshoe though. Like, he actually looks good. What the heck? Detective, you did it! The most important piece of evidence of all, huh? That's some stellar work, your great thiefness. Thanks, we just thought you should know right away. See you all soon! Yeah, Gumshoe was actually looking hot in that picture, and I never thought he actually looked hot. That's just me, though. Judge Gavel, it's for you. Yes, I understand. I'm so glad you're safe. Aww. Be sure to thank everybody properly. You'll do that for me, won't you? Alright, be careful. I'll see you back at home. The proceedings will continue. I feel a certain freedom returning to my hammer arm.
Is that some idiotic joke?
It is no such thing. The witness will return to the stand. And Mr. Wiener will step up to the prosecutor's bench.
Yes, ma'am!
I feel weird playing like Ace Attorney Investigations 1 and 2 this whole time, never being in a courtroom, and now we're finally in a courtroom at the very end. Eustace Wiener?
Yes?
I leave matters in your hands. Facing down your own father, this won't be easy. I'll be looking on with interest. Don't disappoint me. Very well. Is the prosecution ready to proceed? Mr. Wiener, you mentioned some evidence that you wish to present to the court.
Yeah, so, the knife and the chisel. Whoa, you tracked down the missing murder majigs?
Well, Mr. Wiener, did you?
About that, no, I couldn't find them.
Oh.
I searched everywhere, but I was too late.
Too late. How so?
I remembered something. I saw Dad in the garage this morning. He was carrying something wrapped in newspaper. Where are you going, Dad? Oh, Eustace, I was just on my way to throw out some trash. And then I heard this tinkling sound.
Tinkling? Oh, let me guess. The bell from Mr. Canis's chisel. Oh, God. You mean to tell the court that you believe the witness disposed of the evidence?
I tried my best, but I was too late. I'm sorry.
Emma tipped $5. So is no one gonna call out that they let Excelsius, who is currently under arrest for murder, have a lighter in court?
Much stranger things have happened in this Ace Attorney franchise than a lighter in a courtroom. That's not even scratching the surface. Thank you for the $5 super chat. You said you looked everywhere. Everywhere where?
Literally everywhere. I even went to the dump.
Oh my God, sweetie. Oh my God.
I figured that stuff had to be in there somewhere.
That's Eustace? That's what he was doing. And he even went so far as to search the dump.
But all I found was this.
A little... And this is a little pungent, for one thing. Yeah, and you're a little on the ripe side yourself, kiddo. I can smell you from here. Oh, he tried so hard.
What do you expect?
And the knife?
It's probably somewhere among all that trash. There was too much to go through on my own.
Very well. The court will accept the item you have presented into evidence.
Really, how about done yourself, Eustace? You never fail to disappoint, dear boy. You've dug through rotting garbage with your bare hands, and that's all you have to show for it, huh? You drive me to tears, really, you do.
Objection!
That's a hot objection, Zaddy Fender. Okay, hello. Might be a little too soon to turn on the waterworks just yet, Dad. Let's look a closer look. Did he just go, Dad? Let's take a closer look first. Brutal! Fucking brutal, dude!
If you wish to waste your time, be my guest.
Hey, Eustace, Miles, do this devastatingly handsome old defense attorney a favor, will you? Devastatingly handsome old defense... Okay. Okay, but, like, you aren't even that old, are you? 36. Bro, you're not even that old. That's, like, prime age. Hit this guy full in the face with the truth. Seems Fender's on board. Good. Now let's see if we can't find an opening. Mr. Wiener, could you show me the piece of evidence that you found?
Sure.
Oh my god. Death. He actually did it. Useless. Oh, why did I call it? I'm sorry, it's slip of the tongue. Eustace. You know what? Eustace Wiener fucking did it. Eustace Winner. Eustace Winner. I think he deserves his full name now. Eustace Winner did it. He's a winner. Let's open it up, shall we? We can only hope that there's something of value inside. The bell that was on Mr. Kenneth's chisel. Perhaps there's some trace evidence that can prove that one way or the other.
It's no good. Look at it. It's spotless.
Well, Mr. Winner?
Do tell, was there anything interesting inside your little scrap of paper? Of course there wasn't. Why would there be? Why was it even accepted into evidence? It's literally a piece of trash. Sorry, gentlemen, but the truth hurts.
Where Eustace's efforts were for nothing. It's true, the bell may not be of much use to us as evidence. Nonetheless...
Come on, Edgeworth! We can't give up yet! As calm and collected as ever I see, Miles, unlike my poor idiot son.
Are we to assume that the prosecution has nothing more to say on the matter? Very well.
Objection!
Oh! Oh! Such a strong objection!
Not so fast, Gavel! It's winning time! We're not done yet. There's one thing we still haven't looked at properly. Really, my boy, you want us to believe that there's more? Desperation is never a good look, you know.
It seems Eustace isn't quite ready to give up just yet. And for once, I think we're both thinking the same thing for once. Namely, that we might not necessarily be dealing with a useless piece of trash. We can't know for sure without looking more closely, but if I'm right, we're talking about the newspaper.
I'm talking about the piece of newspaper the bell was wrapped in.
We really were thinking the same thing.
It's beautiful, really it is. Tear-jerkingly so. Some might call it heroic optimism, some might call it clutching at straws. But whatever one calls it, to put one's faith in a worthless piece of garbage that takes belief.
Let's take a closer look and see if it's as worthless as you say, shall we? Eustace, if you would be so kind. So we're actually Eustace Wiener doing it right now. Are these finger marks?
And look, it's covered in some oil.
Judge Gavel, I'd like to have this examined for fingerprints. Could I request that you call on somebody for forensics? Very well. Summon a technician right away. It's confirmed that these are finger marks. Blech. Unfortunately, it looks like they were made by somebody wearing gloves. Oh, come on.
That doesn't give you very much in the way of evidence, does it? I suppose it makes sense if you think about it. After all, this was important evidence. What kind of idiot would handle something like this without gloves on? And that's right. The kind that would flail about desperately like you, my boy.
Wow, way to talk to your kids, Super Dad. I love Eddie Fender. Eddie can't do shit in this case. He's just here being like, so I'm losing this one, and he's just here for the ride. Like he's okay. And he just like his way of participation is just like jabs. And I love it for that.
I'm merely calling a spade, or in this case, an idiot. Ouch. real winners know to keep their emotions out of things. Oh. And take no pity on the weak and the foolish, including their own ineffective offspring. Dad! You spent the last who knows how long proclaiming yourself to be a prize-winning prosecutor. But thanks to my little pep talk this morning, you finally know exactly how those prizes were won. It was all thanks to me, thanks to the power I wield. You've never stood on your own 2 feet. You've always been coddled, first by me and then by Verity. Dad! Dry your garbage-smelling tears. Garbage smelling? Now that it's not that it's a stench that doesn't suit you, even if it does make me turn up my nose in disgust.
Objection!
No, you're wrong. I am, my boy. What about what? I'm not the one that smells. You are. Got him. What did you say? Yeah. You smell! And you don't even realize it. You couldn't even hide it. You couldn't hide it even if you wanted to. Edgeworth, take a sniff. Right there where the finger marks are.
You want me to smell it? Is that oil?
Yep, and I know where it came from.
I know it from somewhere too.
That odor tells us something important. It tells us exactly who threw this piece of evidence away. But I guess my dad's right. I guess I'll never be a real winner. I'll never be able to keep my emotions out of things. And I'll never be able to stand up to him no matter what he's done.
Eustace. Be strong, Eustace. Remember what you told me. You said you were going to be different from your father, a different kind of prosecutor. And you are a prosecutor. We both are. That's why we're standing here in this courtroom. A prosecutor's highest responsibility is to the truth. Oh, that was a slip. At this point, he's already made his decision. I don't know if he knows it. You are a prosecutor. We both are. That's a slip, man. A prosecutor's highest responsibility is to the truth, to see that it comes to light, no matter what. We expose crimes and we see that the perpetrators are punished, no matter who they may be. So if you truly mean to continue as a prosecutor, you know what you have to do. I made you a promise. I said that if you could summon the courage to find your feet again, I'd help you. This isn't something you should have to do alone. I'm here. I'm right beside you. Oh!
Thanks, Edgeworth.
Wait, am I winner? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Wait, I should present the wrong evidence if I'm Eustace winner right now. I should present the wrong evidence, shouldn't I?
You're right! Those finger marks tie my dad to this crime. We just need to show everybody how.
I'm sorry, I gotta ruin the moment, chat. I gotta ruin the moment.
Take that!
This looks kind of finger mark shaped.
I'm sorry, I had to. Lost for words, Chairman Wiener. Oh no, Edgeworth is confident too!
Mega Xerox 7 tipped $5. TFW Eustace gets more character development than Apollo did in his own trilogy.
Oh, damn, the burn. I didn't even say that. Chat said that. Chat said that, not me, not me. Mega Zero, thank you for the $5 super chat.
Well, yes, that doesn't look in the slightest bit finger mark shaped. That that wasn't it. Pure Eustace, what a performance.
Pure? Poor?
And I suppose you're going to try and say that this somehow incriminates me?
We do need something that at least matches the shape of what we're looking at.
Alright, let's start by looking at anything we have that's connected to my dad.
We have a duty as a prosecutor to fulfill, Eustace. This isn't something that you should have to do alone. Oh, I can't.
Take that!
The smell you pointed out to me, Eustace. It's the smell of engine oil, isn't it? Motorcycle oil, even.
Yep, and we've both smelled it before at the same place.
In Chairman Wiener's garage. And what's more, these finger marks feature some distinctive patterns. The outlines of the letters... Okay, I do wish it was for vulgar law, but that's just me. The same letters that appear on the fingers of these gloves.
Gloves that can be bought in any store. How does that prove anything, dear boy?
How indeed.
That's not the only thing that connects your gloves to the pieces of newspaper we found.
Compare it to the gloves that we found in Chairman Wiener's garage.
Take that!
This right here connects the two pieces of evidence without a shadow of a doubt!
It does. Are you sure, dear boy? I can't say I see the connection.
Well, luckily, you don't need to see it.
Edgeworth, I can't see it either.
You're getting called out by Eustace! Oh, that's so worth it! Concentrate! There's something here that matches these gloves. I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Take that!
I thought they wanted the yellow shit, and the yellow shit isn't working! The yellow shit isn't working! Why isn't the yellow shit working?
Is it that?
Take that!
Oh no, moment's ruined. Moment's ruined, chat. Oh, okay, it is the A. I thought the A was weird. Okay, we got it. Sorry.
Take that!
I would also like to draw the court's attention to the dirt the gloves are covered in. Oh, now, okay. It might be worth having its composition compared to that of the dirt on the newspaper. A match would make for even stronger evidence that the print was made by Chairman Wiener's gloves. Officer, have the dirt on these two pieces of evidence compared right away.
Curse you, Edgeworth, and you, Eustace! Who do you think you are? You're nothing more but mere prosecutors! Sorry, Dad. I think it's time you admitted defeat. You suppressed vital evidence, and we just proved that in a court of law. And you did it to try and protect the defendant. Well, do you think you're gonna be able to make that stick? You think they'll send me to prison? Me? You think you'll be the one to finally take me down? You're a fool, child, a fool!
Objection!
Give it up, Dad. Admit what you did. You think you'll stand a chance without me around? You won't last 5 minutes. You know what? I think I might be okay.
Oh.
All I ever wanted was to become a prosecutor to make you proud. But after your men kidnapped me, and I was lying there in the dark all on my own, I got to thinking how powerless I was in all of this because of you. I almost gave up. I almost lost sight of the truth. But then... Edgeworth appeared out of nowhere and showed me a way forward. I don't need your approval anymore, and I don't need you! After all, I found that evidence on my own, didn't I? Yes, baby boy, you did find that evidence all on your own, and you went to stinky poo for that! My men kidnapped you? What are you talking about?
Objection!
I guess the courtroom is as good a place as any to tell you the truth, Dad. Be careful what you say to me, boy. You may live to regret it. You're a fool, Eustace, and you always will be. I know you've hated me for as long as I can remember, but I want you to know that despite it all, I've always looked up to you as my dad.
Oh. Bro, the character development is insane!
Thanks for everything, Excelsius.
Excelsius. Consider him disowned! Let's go!
You need me, dang it! You can't possibly survive without me, Eustace!
Woo! That was goddamn cinema! And there's a guy that's dead, by the way. The court hereby accepts that vital evidence in this case was suppressed by Chairman Weiner. That crime will be tried and an appropriate punishment decided at a future date. But for now, we must turn to the matter of the knife and the chisel, which still have not been found. However, I believe a full search of the garbage facility may well remedy that. You're going to dig through all that trash for the knife, darling? But then... Don't worry, Warden Lagarde. I'm sure your punishment won't be too unpleasant.
Oh, you devil! Punish! Moi! Impossible! Excelsius, you blithering buffoon! What did you do? What did you do? All your swaggering bluster about how they never declared me guilty, and now this! You were the one I went to after they arrested me because you made me believe I could trust you, and not only did you kidnap a child to try and help me, it didn't even work, you idiot! You feckless, useless idiot of a man! Damn, girl, go off! Okay!
An unsightly outburst, to say the least, but an informative one, too. Wouldn't you agree, Eustace?
Yeah, she really let some juicy info slip there, right? She did, right?
Yes, she did. We really need to work on your confidence. That's me when I present evidence.
Yeah, this is the right evidence, right? Yeah, right? I'm confident.
Very well. Then it seems we may be able to bring these proceedings to an end at last. Not so fast. Lang, get out! What? Oh my fucking god. Lang's gonna walk in here and be like, by the way, the president's still dead. Did you guys forget there was a murder?
Ender Lollipop Guy tipped $5. Eustace has become competent.
Oh. Oh, thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it. Ooh, buddy. Don't forget, somebody died. Jesus. That hurt my throat, chat.
Island49 tipped $5. Another fun thing to add, Eustace and Apollo share the same Japanese Virginia.
I like how you dodged the auto mod by saying another fun thing to add instead of saying fun fact. Mods! Thank you for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it.
Sorry, Judge Gavel. Your happy ending will have to wait.
Lang Z says, the end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. Lang Z says, there's a murder, by the way. Who are you? Just a lowly lone wolf investigator by the name of Shilong Lang. And you have some sort of objection to these proceedings, I take it? Not really. Your suspect over there is guilty for sure. Guiltier than guilty, then you know. Lang, like Lang from 12 years ago? Oh shit. Oh shit. Good to see that you're finally about to pay for your crimes. Even if it did take a while for you to get what was coming to you. Agent Lang, explain yourself. Are you familiar with the SS5? Oh god, not more letters and numbers, chat. I certainly am. It happened 12 years back. 12 years ago. 12 years ago reference? 12 years ago reference? Agent Lang's father and his relationship. Oh my god. So this is a body double. Big plot twist. The body double was actually Lang's dad all along. He was a completely different person? Oh, no shit, because he was a body double. Got him. Got him. I solved the whole case. Fi Lagarde and Excelsius Wiener in the flesh. I've waited a long time for this day. After all, you're the ones who threw my family name into the dirt. Are we to assume that you have some personal connection to the incident in question? I do, but I'm not here to talk about the past. Not yet, anyhow. Alright, now I'm here for you, Gavel. Oh, Jesus. You and the other person. Kid. Little boy. You're both under arrest. Do you have jurisdiction to do that? Mr. Lone Wolf? Does he have jurisdiction for that? I actually don't know. This is extraterritorial rights or something, right? On suspicion of having conspired to murder Daishun Wang, president of Zhang Fa.
Objection!
Where is your evidence, Agent Lang? All in good time, Mr. Prosecutor. We haven't even started our investigation yet. I want my suspects on the scene with me while I look at everything over again. What have you uncovered, Agent Lang? I need to know. If you've got a problem, you're more than welcome to tag along. Oh, believe me, I will. Boy. The end of the trial is not necessarily the end of the matter. We certainly haven't come anywhere close to solving the mystery of the president's murder. By the way, there's somebody who died. This was a great tangent, but it is crazy that this is a literal 4-hour long tangent. 4 hours! This whole section! Uncovering the truth behind these so-called monster sightings. Oh boy. I know it's whoa, oh my god, my voice. You didn't hear that. My voice needs a break. I went so hard.
I was gonna say, like, I know it's related. I know it's related. But it's still a tangent and it's still funny. Figuring out what that was on the phone, and yes, I'd say the matter is far from over. Oh boy. To be continued. Oh boy. I'm gonna end it there, y'all. That was one section. That is crazy. This is still the beginning? Oh. This is still the beginning. Okay. It says beginning. Alright, I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna go get myself some dinner, some soup, warm up my throat. And hopefully the voice is fine for tomorrow. Jesus Christ. Ah, still the beginning. Alright, I'll see you guys tomorrow for more of this case. Alright? Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Thank you for all the super chats. I appreciate it. Don't be stupid. Bye.